Welcome to the Cancel Show with Rashad, Dyson, and Manny, broadcasting live from the Global Life Studios for Fishbowl Network in Arlington, Texas.
Make sure to tune in every Friday.
Welcome to the Cancel Show with Rashad, Dyson, and Manny, broadcasting live from the Global Life Studios for Fishbowl Network in Arlington, Texas.
Make sure to tune in every Friday from 9 to 11. Log in to hear us talk about
Sex,
cars,
more sex,
explosions,
drugs,
firepower.
Wait, we're gonna have that?
No. But can you imagine?
Right?
We're so canceled.
Welcome to the Cancel Show. I'm your host, Rashad Dyson.
I'm G Chavez.
And I'm your host, Manny Lerma, man.
Excuse that noise, whatever the hell that was.
I was trying to say something. I chucked in my own spit. Yeah, I get chucked in my own spit.
It's pubic hairs, what it is. Sorry, bro, I forgot to shave. My bad. But
You're
welcome.
Not that big.
I am in some places. I'm big in Japan. Huh? All right.
Huge in Japan.
I'm huge in Japan.
Huge.
But bienvenidos, mi gentes. Thank you for listening. All the way across the world, we have some special guests today. Loaded Brushes. Ladies, will you please introduce yourselves?
Hi, my name is Melinda.
I'm Monica,
Okay,
and we are Loaded Brush.
We are youth Loaded Brushes.
there you go.
Wait, no.
Y'all gotta make it sound more exciting. Y'all gotta put more
Yeah.
into it.
All right, let's try it again. Ready? Ladies, introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Melinda. I'm here from Loaded Brushes.
Listen here, Beyonce. It's not your time. I know.
You wait your turn.
Y'all ain't
all
ready
right?
for this show.
All my single brushes. Oh my God.
That's awesome.
So this is Melinda,
I'm Monica.
All right.
and we're happy to be here. Thanks for having us
Yes.
in.
No, thank you guys for coming.
So they are. They own Loaded Brushes, which is a paint and zip. So you can do some cool shit. You go up there, you can paint you a fucking picture. I made a beautiful line with a scar.
Your line looks sick, man.
My line was amazing. Your line was trash.
Y'all should have brought him today.
Sick in a
We
good
should have
way.
brought him.
Actually, I wanted to. Like, I
Yeah.
wanted to so bad.
I'm
But
surprised y'all
proud.
didn't.
I almost did, but then I'm like, I don't want to be a narcissist. I took it out the car.
Mine is hanging on the wall like a masterpiece that it
Good.
is.
Your line should be shot. It looks sick.
No, mine is in the most important place that any artwork should belong.
On the
The
fridge.
restroom?
My mom's fridge. I mean, if it doesn't make mama's fridge,
Is it really art?
As
Yeah.
long as it doesn't go in mom's garage sale later on, you good.
I
You
made
know.
that for you, Mom.
How much for that? How much for that pimp lion?
we're not gonna
Just take it with the bed sheets.
we're not gonna mention my macaroni art. You have to do that.
That line looked like you owe me money. I'm like,
It did.
That lion had some
It had
hair.
some piercings and
He
everything.
had
It was
yeah,
all
yeah.
blinged out. I was impressed.
he
Yeah.
went all gelled out about it. Just
Yeah.
tattoo on the shoulder.
It had a Jerry curl and
It
everything.
had a tramp
Like
stamp even going
Yeah.
on over there on the,
You know,
back of the
tramp
canvas.
stamp.
Yeah. Impressed.
Oh my God.
Exactly. I mean, it was expressing myself. You know what I mean?
that's how he feels on the inside.
I feel like a
Like a
lion
tramp
with-
stamp?
Like, yeah, I mean, I can see that.
Box and a tramp stamp.
That's right.
I almost got badass in the back of mine. It's badass.
Really?
I mean,
Nobody.
something different. So, Loaded Brushes.
It was a lot of fun, right?
Yeah,
It was. I had a blast.
We had a great time hanging out with y'all.
I didn't know how much relaxing it was till we all shut the hell up and we're all really trying to concentrate on making those lines.
You guys got so quiet.
It's because we were in the zone. It's like
Y'all
you're
came
focused
in
on a task.
And we just thought, well, we're not gonna have any problem. You know, we don't have to ding the bell for you guys because you're not gonna get quiet at all. And as soon as you started painting, it just got quiet.
It goes like, oh,
Yeah,
it's
we were
nice.
like concentrated, like
Really
I
hard.
didn't think it would be like that. I thought we would.
I thought y'all would be one of those classes where I lost my voice by the end, just straining,
Yes.
talking over y'all, like, get it together.
Hey, yeah. No, I hear you, Mijo, and I'm stupid. I hear you. Just shut up. Just do it.
I'll work with you next, mijo. Just wait.
Yeah, now, so what do you expect? Like, what was your first initial thoughts when we showed up? Because I know, I mean, it had to be something. Cause I think me and him showed up already talking, joking, and just like so much energy. And
I mean, you guys just seemed fun and relaxed. I think it's hard for Melinda and I to have an initial off the bat reaction judgments towards anybody just because we get so many different types of people in there. It's like I mentioned before, it's like working at a bar. You never know what's going to walk in. You never know how people are going to be. You never know what's going to go down.
Right.
But like also we're a big, very judgment-free zone, you know? And like even if somebody walks in with a bad attitude or, you know, they're mad or
it happens.
yeah, because they got lost parking, you know, it's tough or whatever the case.
Or they're just going through whatever they're going through. And
like
so,
we all are.
You know, some people come in and some people come in and they're kind of short or sometimes just straight up rude once in a while. And but it's I always look at it like, or we always look at it like that has nothing to do with us.
1, 2, 3, not about me.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, not about me. That happened somewhere else.
And we're gonna turn their night around.
Yeah, our job is to make them forget about all that stuff and have a good time. So when people first come in the door, they're busy trying to get stuff in, and sometimes it's a little frustrating trying to get all the supplies and the decorations and all that stuff in, and we just let them go and get set up and help when we can. And once we start the party, then we're all smiles, and it's all about bringing in the positivity and let go of all the negativity. And luckily, once they start painting, they kind of forget about all that other stuff. So.
Yeah.
that's exactly what it was. Marty De Leon says, where's my child support at, Manny? I don't. That's another show. Julia Chavez says, hello, you guys and ladies.
Hey, Julie.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi, Julia.
Yeah, so yeah, when we showed up, it was so much fun. I didn't think I was gonna love it as much as I did. Like I thought I was gonna, you know, feel dumb. I'm like, I don't know how to paint and
Feel?
I mean,
Feel like what?
both. But I ended up having so much fun because I ended up trying to really concentrate and. Like and the more we went, the more artistic I wanted to get with like
Yeah,
you know, like wow.
you kind of find your groove and you start getting to it. Yeah.
And then adding the drinks to it, it's just, and then you have great guys like I said, we're all choker. That's all we do. That's why we're doing the show.
The drinks definitely help. I always tell people if you're feeling stressed out, just take a sip. The more you drink, the better it looks. Just like being at a bar.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
The more you drink, the better it looks. The better.
Exactly.
You
By the
go.
end of the night, it was like the most
You
beautiful.
take that canvas home and it's a 10.
Okay.
You see the next one, you're just like, oh, I don't know if I.
When did I
I don't
give
know
it
why
that
I
tramp
did that.
stamp?
You're all taking it off the wall.
Exactly. It was just like,
I got mine and I was like, no, it roars food. Look, get out, meow.
I did last night. I'm telling you. I'm sorry.
The teacher said it was the best one of all.
Well, she said it was the best effort.
That's what I heard. The best effort. A for effort. That's what she said.
Right.
Right.
With that being said, hold on, let's settle something.
Yeah, no, let's settle
Let's
it.
settle something right now. Which one was the best line of all time?
So. So when I was looking at all three, because you guys were asking us, you know, when we were there, and I was taking a look at Scar, you know, and Scar had some very, very nice details. He had some nice shading happening.
Yep.
And then yours had, you know, it had some nice lines and some nice colors going on and some, you know, it had a good personality happening. And then his was like, he put the locks on it, he put the piercings on it, he, you know.
It's a pimp.
I went for it, bro.
Yeah.
What's
King of
up,
the
Joe?
jungle.
What I love about it is that each one of you put your personalities on that canvas, and you'll have 3 different personalities, and they're all beautiful in their own way. So.
You didn't have
That's
to
still not a fucking. That's still not an
all the
answer.
way around.
Good job.
See, spoken like someone who has multiple kids. Right? That's what you do.
I love the glitter on this one, but
Yeah,
that's
that's the answer.
Look, I didn't want to say nothing, but she pulled me to the side. She's like, "Yours is the best one."
She told that to me. She was like, I didn't want to say nothing.
What she told you too?
Yeah, she's like,
Bro, she told me the same thing.
I want my money back.
Shut up, fool.
No refunds.
You didn't pay.
Oh, no, we paid. I left. So which one do you like? All right, which one did you
She got
like?
the same answer.
She took my answer. Go ahead.
Oh, so y'all use that all the time.
First.
Giving up the secrets here.
That's the same answer you use in all the classes, huh?
Look, it's hard.
But it's not a lie. It's true, though.
It really is difficult to pick. It's like when people ask me, oh my God, people ask me, what's your favorite art genre? It's like, I don't know, because Picasso and Van Gogh are totally different artists, you know? There are so many different styles of art, and you can't compare apples to oranges. You can't.
If you all 3 painted the same style and the exact same thing in the exact same way, it would be easier to judge them separately. But you didn't, because you're three
Yeah.
different people, 3 different personalities.
Right.
And when it comes to painting, even if you've never painted before, your personality is going to come out on that canvas. you know?
Sometimes it's really calm and serene. Sometimes it's a little aggressive. You have
Yep.
a day, but your personality is like on
Sometimes those nice blue skies look like a storm's coming,
Yeah.
but that's what they're feeling, and that's what they're getting out, and
So-
it's still beautiful at the end.
So from our 3 lines,
Oh my god.
describe the personalities that you see.
Oh, please do that.
Like, would you be able to like see all 3 lines? And then,
You know
like,
what's
pick
funny?
which one?
There's been a lot of classes where I have been able to guess somebody's occupation.
Yes.
By looking at their painting.
That happens a
Like,
lot.
yeah, I'll look at theirs and I'll say, do you do something like in accounting, like with numbers, or do you do are you an engineer? Things like that. And
Or the
it's kind of
hairstylist, the
the
makeup artist.
hairstylist.
They paint a very specific way, and I'll be like, do you do hair and makeup? And they're like,
Yeah, it's fun because
Okay.
it's like you can kind of see like the people who really like follow their passions and their expertise and take that into their career.
Yeah.
You can kind of see it come out on their canvases, and it's really interesting.
Okay,
to
so
see.
what do we do?
Yeah.
Y'all podcasters, man, you just
Nah.
professional badasses.
We're not
I mean,
we're not rich
you're
yet.
right.
But cash app us so we can be rich one day. Please.
there you go, put that cash out back there.
Wrong, but still, okay. Besides that,
What,
So
what?
sometimes I can guess.
Okay, well now we want you to guess
Like, what
since
did
you said it.
Which one?
yeah. What would you say?
I feel like you have probably more of a
Sissy
fr-
She's gonna say fruit.
more of like a free,
yes.
kind of
line that gets around.
occupation or something that,
Hey.
that gives you a little bit more freedom and not quite
Oh
so
my
like
God.
You have a lot of
Precise
attention to
and-
detail.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Like you're like, I don't know. Yours is very thorough.
That's what he was.
His was like very clean and attention to detail.
It
and
was,
he was very
it was
like
strategic.
yes, and he was like very like
Mm-hmm.
up in it,
Uh-huh.
and you were very like free and loose with it to where you were just going and
Mm-hmm.
doing your own kind of being the little like more creative
Okay.
spin on it. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So I feel like you're just maybe I don't know if it's just personalities or if that's exactly what type of work y'all do. Or
You're
what.
hitting something, yeah. I mean,
So what would you say?
And he's kind of in the middle.
You're in the middle.
Because
Like,
he was being
yeah.
very like kind of free with his also, but he was also paying attention to those little details and.
But it's a good balance.
Yeah.
Like you were very specific, but you knew when to loosen up.
I mean,
Yeah. You knew when to get loose.
I think you're right on mine because sometimes I will go, but then sometimes I let go.
Yeah.
He's free. I feel like he's free. And I didn't know that one about detail. I honestly didn't. I
Well,
couldn't
you
guess
know
that.
that makes sense with what you do, though, bro.
I feel like you're a supervisor of something, and you deal with. I feel
I
like
was.
you're a supervisor, and I feel like you have to deal with people's schedules and deal with some of the numbers
I
and
used
paperwork
to.
behind it.
Not no more.
So,
But
but you have a history in that.
I have a big history.
it's like, like
Bro,
a
she's
psychic.
psychic.
I know.
Yeah.
If anybody out there on Facebook wants to call in for their psychic reading,
There you go. But yeah, I was a supervisor for a number of years.
what did you supervise?
A metal fabrication company.
Okay.
We made stuff out of
Be
metal.
very precise.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had
Because
a,
the metal fabrication, you have to be precise with things like that. It's like
to the inches.
measure 20
crazy-
times, cut once. You know?
Yeah, crazy measurements that we got
Yeah.
to do. So yeah,
I can see that.
you are right.
Ah.
Wow.
Yay.
Wow.
All right, see.
So you
You
wanna
good read?
explain your profession, man?
Uh,
So that way they can know how poor we are. So that way they could give us money and send us some cash app.
I don't know, like,
Dollar sign cancel shop.
well, like I do like custodian work on the side. Like, it's a side gig that it's like you can pay. I do pay attention to detail, but not all the time. It's like, as long as I hurry up and I get out of there sometimes. So, I mean,
Staying on schedule is important, though. It's like
Yeah, like I'll
and-
stay on schedule,
yeah.
but then when I'm there, it's just like, I find the easiest way to do things.
Yeah,
So,
you're efficient.
Yeah, you have kind of the
Yeah.
freedom to do it how you want.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
you still have to pay attention to detail
yes.
to make sure
And you
that
still get it
everything
done.
is taken- Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
but just my way.
Just like you're lying.
Yeah.
Oh, oh.
Use it in your way, see?
So his is he's free but not free.
I work in the prison.
Do you really?
Wait, do you, for real?
Yeah, bro.
What do you do
Yeah.
at the prison?
So actually, I put in. Well, I put in Wi-Fi antennas for tablets in prisons.
They got tablets in prison?
Yeah, they get tablets.
You don't be seeing them on TikTok?
Yeah, my brother, he's in prison actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
And he has a
he
tablet?
texts me, like every day.
Hey, well,
Is he watching us live now?
Tell him to give us a like.
Right?
might be right.
Please like and share, guys.
What jail?
Watching y'all, but-
That's crazy. That's wild.
What jail?
But in what I do, it's like they give us we have to get wire from point A to point B, and how we do it is how we do it. You know what I'm saying?
So you have to
You
get
figure it
creative.
out. Yeah.
with how you, yeah.
Exactly. So it's like I'm dealing with puzzles every day.
That's how IT people are. We just got to make it work
We just gotta
and make it
work.
look good because we can't have people tripping over these wires.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's where kind of the free flowing.
Because Johnny does IT,
goes.
right? Yeah. Her husband does IT.
My husband does IT.
Yeah.
And one night we went to this little hole in the wall bar, and they had wires everywhere, all over the ceiling, just
I know,
everywhere.
he was looking at it
And the
like-
whole
he was
time,
like-
it's like we're trying to drink, and the whole time he's like, I want to redo all these wires.
No way.
He starts climbing to the ceiling like he does a load of brushes. He's like, I'm going to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Falls through a tile.
Yeah. So you get to be creative with your job too.
Yeah.
So interesting.
Yeah. I
That's
never really
crazy.
thought of it like as a creative type of deal, but I guess it is.
Yeah.
It's creative thinking.
Most of the people I know in IT, they have a big creative side too.
Do you guys ever get bombarded with people like, well, okay, well, tell me more about myself? Bitch, it's just a kid. I just...
So why do I paint these?
You mean like right now? People ask us a lot of questions. I don't know.
So what are the ones that you don't like to answer? Like the ones that you're just like,
Who did the best? No.
and
Which one do you
I
like
like how
best?
you make
you know, and I still didn't get an answer for that. So
Like they didn't hear you with that voice.
See that demon word, who do the best?
I should have knew that was gonna happen. I should have knew.
I can't think of a question. We're pretty open. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I mean we're pretty open. People ask us all kinds of questions. I mean,
Now, if they start getting like way too personal, like, are you married? And I don't know. Well,
I mean, I usually answer.
well, I don't
questions.
know. But well, I don't know. Sometimes,
Yeah, I mean-
sometimes it's okay. Sometimes it's like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
the only thing is like once people start maybe talking about like negative things, that we try to kind of turn that around.
We're
And-
really good at like kind of turning conversations on a positive spin, because we have not just questions for us, but sometimes we kind of see, and maybe there's people having a date or a group date, and we
So
see
the public
that
classes have it.
Yeah.
all different types of people. They're celebrating
Yeah.
different things. They're just trying to
it's
have
a
a nice
mix.
night.
It's such a mix of people, and if we see anything that looks like it's gonna go towards a negative topic,
Right.
we flip it,
Yeah.
because we're not here for that.
You guys
We're
said
not
that.
here for it.
On,
Yeah.
when we first
Yeah.
got there, you guys said that. And even joking around, you guys wouldn't really let us talk like that way. Even jokingly, it was like, no, you always gotta stay positive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like how whenever we do the drink bell and we hear negativity, we're gonna hit the bell.
So
and you're gonna have to take a drink.
explain the drink bell.
So the way my intro with it is like, so we got our drink bell, ding,
Yeah.
and I say there's a couple of reasons you might hear my bell. One, and I didn't think I had this problem with y'all, but I say if y'all get way too quiet,
Yeah, you did.
I'll
Way too
feel like you're way too focused or you're too stressed out. I don't want either one of those. I want y'all chilling, okay?
Right.
No stressing, not too focused, So if y'all get too quiet, we don't like quiet in here. We're here to party. Y'all get too quiet, you ding, you don't get that bell. My second reason, if I hear anybody being overly negative about their beautiful artwork or their life in general, no negativity in
No
here.
negativity.
I don't care what happened. I don't care what your thea says, she ain't here. All right, no
Yeah,
negativity.
fuck thea right now.
No negativity. All that is out the door. It is not here. This is your time to have fun. We're here together for a couple hours. We're going to have a good time. So if I hear anything negative, and I'll ding people. If I see somebody getting negative and they're in their personal conversations, ding, I
Yeah.
ding them. My other was my last reason.
Let's see. Too quiet, negativity, and just for fun. Just for fun, we ring the bell.
No, I have another reason. I'm
Like,
what it is.
I'm thirsty. We're gonna all drink.
Exactly. And that was time you can always request the bell.
I also want to ask you guys: how'd you come up with that though? Like, were you like, there were too many negative people, and you were just like, you know what, we need to change this?
Not really.
Or
I mean,
how did that come about?
It's just kind of a fun way to break up things. Like a lot of times when parties first come in, or even like our public classes, when we do like our more traditional classes where we're on stage and everybody's paying the same thing. So our public classes will have strangers, you know, like you might have a single person, you might have a couple on a date, you might have a birthday party or bachelorette party, but they're kind of all in that same classroom. Yeah, and then we're up on stage and we're trying to get the party started, and you know, usually when people first come in, they're kind of quiet, they're, you know, trying to get settled and
Feel out the room.
you kind of fill out the room, and
Feel
they're like, oh,
nervous.
there's other people I don't know, so they're kind of, you know, quiet. So dinging that bell, usually we give them that whole spiel and we do our whole introduction for everything, and then as soon as we start that first step, the room gets dead quiet. So dinging that bell, there you go. It kind of like gets everybody to kind of laugh, take a break.
We're gonna take your rule right now. We're gonna take a drink.
That's right. Take a drink.
We need a bell for the show today.
Routinely do that.
Yeah.
You know, I should
we're gonna
just
drink.
carry a bell around with me at all times.
Exactly.
But it's just a good way to break up the room. And when you do hear negativity, or sometimes somebody, there maybe a dirty joke goes off, or maybe it's just somebody saying something funny or whatever, then they'll get an extra bell for that.
That's my last reason. It's like if I hear you making fun of somebody else's artwork, I get to go make fun of yours, and then I give you the bell.
She's the bully.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, you kept making fun of me, but nobody was making like.
I wasn't making. Did I make fun?
You were like, look at that line.
I did not. Whatever. Lies.
With that being
Like,
said,
why does it look sleepy?
Deception.
how did you? All right. How did you come up with the idea of loaded brushes, and how long has loaded brushes been open?
So we opened December of 2016, and we were over in Colleyville at first. So we were there for about 3 years, and then we moved over to Bedford January 2020. So, which was great. Yeah, exactly. It was great for like the first few months, and then March came, and then
Bam, COVID.
Yeah, and then it was rough for a while. So it took us
COVID fucked up a lot of shit.
It
really
did. It did. But you know what? We're still here. We made it through, and we're doing good. So you know, we're just thankful to. We have some great customers. We have some regulars that have been with us since the very beginning. Really, I was going back today and looking back through like our old posts on Instagram. And some of our favorite regulars have been coming there since almost the beginning. And they followed us over to Bedford, and they stuck with us through the whole thing.
We have so many great regulars. We had to create. Well, not had to, but we were like, we need to do something for them.
Yeah.
We need to give them a little discount and hook them up a little bit. So we created a membership program. So we have members that do like a monthly fee, and they come in once or more times a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we get to see them all the time.
And a lot of our members stuck with us through the whole COVID thing.
Yeah.
So, you know, we kind of put their memberships on pause, and they stuck with us. And as soon as we were reopened and able to come back in, then they were right there with us. So it was really good. And we do appreciation things like our 1 year anniversary and our our 2 year anniversary. And I think whenever we did our grand opening here in Bedford, then we invited a lot of our regulars that have been with us. Whether they're members or not, we would invite them because we always appreciate them. And a lot of them would come in. Every time they would come in, they would bring different people. They would bring people from work. They would bring family members, bring us new customers, bring us, you know, new parties and stuff. So whenever we would have those kind of celebration events for the studio, we'd always invite them to come and join us for free and just hang out and be part of it. Or if we were doing like a photo shoot or video shoot for promotions or something, you know.
Like that front room, we filled up that front room, and it was a free class, but it was all for the people who had just been there for us. And like even like during the shutdown, and we were struggling to get people in the door because everybody's social distancing and whatnot, we started doing to-go kits, which we still do. We still do to-go kits. So, and our regulars were coming up and doing curbside pickups and taking kits home to work on them.
That's cool.
That's actually really cool.
So what's a take-home kit?
I want one.
The to-go,
to-go kit?
It has, I mean, everything that you guys had, but it's just all packaged up. So you pick what painting you want. We have all the paint packaged individually, and it's there. You get the plate, you get the brushes. I think a cup. Does it come with? It comes with a cup. And then you get the canvas. But the difference is we'll pre-sketch it in more detail since you're working at home alone. But we worked on a few of them to where we were able to actually send them like step-by-step instructions, or since some of them were our regulars, they just text us and they were like, hey.
And we're working on doing some videos to post. So we have a section on our website where they can go in and watch the videos.
And see how y'all did one of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I plan on dressing like Bob Ross, you know.
With the fro.
That's what Lee kept saying before we got there.
Shirt.
I wish I would have had more time, and I probably would have did it.
I had the costume. I could have brought it.
Ross.
Marty De Leon says they also kept their prices low during the COVID, as opposed to your competitors.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
we did.
Yeah.
So before COVID, really since we first opened. We had our standard regular prices, but we always tried to do our afternoon family-friendly times at a discounted price, just because I have kids and I know what it's like to, you know, to be tight on funds sometimes, and you still want to be able to get the kids out and go do something.
I need that family friendly. You know?
So we always had kind of those family friendly prices in the beginning, just to kind of help those families that want to come in and bring their kids. And sometimes you got 3-4 kids, you know, that every few dollars adds up, you know what I mean? So we had that. And then once COVID hit and we reopened after COVID, we actually lowered our prices and made all of our prices, except for I think Friday, Saturday nights, was regular price, but everything else we kept at that discounted price, because I knew people were struggling even more. I mean, we were struggling too, but you know, I wanted to let people come in and just kind of release some of that stress, and everything was so, you know, ugly at the time, and it's just come in and let's just paint and forget about all of that stuff. And we tried to keep it as affordable as we could. Yeah. We have eventually had to bring it back up to our regular prices, but we haven't gone up on prices.
Yeah, we haven't increased anything. We're just back at the regular
May I
price.
ask, what's the regular prices, if I can ask? Like, or
it's $35 per person for any of our regular classes. And then we do paint your pet portraits, which are a lot of fun. So I know we kind of talked about. You want to paint me? We kind of talked about doing some of that, but you send us a picture of your pet, whether it's a dog, a cat, a snake, a lizard. We've actually did a bunny and a bird not too long ago. But we pre-sketch those out and we do them in pretty good detail. And then when you come in, it's a 3-hour class.
It's practically paint by number detail. She says pretty good detail. I'm like, no, it's a lot
it's like real good detail. Yeah. A lot of people come in and they see the drawings. They're like, I don't even want to paint it.
Yeah, they just want to take it home like that. And it's a 3-hour course too, so you have more time to sit there, and we give you like one-on-one attention. So instead of me being on stage yelling at you across the room, we're actually over there like helping you and showing you techniques for the brush strokes and everything.
We got a drink.
Drink. All right.
Is that what that's like?
So I think you guys were telling the story how you guys met. Can you touch a little bit of that? How long have you been working for her? Like,
God, how long?
You know, that's a good question.
It's all a blur.
Because we were at the old
like
studio,
ever since 2020 is the last 2 years have been 6 years. So
yeah, for real. I want to say it was 2018. Yeah.
I want to say. So I was already experienced in paint sip. I've worked for other studios. I've been working for Melinda since 2018. Somebody do the math on that for me. I can't math. 4 years. 4 years.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm an artist. We don't math.
We don't math.
So I've been working with
numbers.
You just ignore the numbers.
I'm telling the story.
How many did you do this?
Over there.
I'll be in the corner.
Thank you. Pour some more drinks while you're over there.
Nobody.
So I've been working with Melinda for 4 years, but I've been teaching for 9.5 years now. So I've worked with other studios. I've worked with our biggest competitor. I've worked for other small company, paint and sips and stuff like that. And I was living in Houston when I worked there, and then I came back here, and we have a mutual friend from college that was like, hey, you remember Melinda? And I was like, no.
We didn't actually know each other.
No, we had this.
I don't think we didn't go at the same time.
I think we overlapped one semester.
Maybe.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So we had the same circle of friends. And we also grew up in the same town, and we went to rival high schools. So it's funny because, like, our lives have overlapped so much, and I always heard her name through other people, but I just didn't know her. And then I was applying at another paint and sip.
You were hating the whole time. It's like,
Melinda.
Melinda.
They always talk about Melinda. What about Monica?
Hey, she was on the other side like, fuck a Monica.
Well, you should be my friend Monica. I don't need to meet her.
You're like a bad teenager
Wow.
for me.
You guys are my friends, not hers.
Girls.
They fell in love at the end. But I was applying to other paint and sips. I was like literally sending out emails trying to get jobs at other paint and sips, and they just weren't hitting me back. And then my friend, I didn't even prompt it or ask her. She goes, hey, Melinda's looking for an artist. And I was like, I guess I'll meet her.
Hey, she ain't lying. That's exactly how she said it.
I was like, I'll check it out. I'll check it out. So I hit her up. And I meet her, and I think Melinda was a little apprehensive because she knew I worked for the competitors before, and she's like, why are you coming here? Like, she's all like cynical about it.
She's trying to spy.
Man, that little interview, we were like there for like a couple hours. Her husband's calling her like, where are you?
Was it intense? Why do you want to work for me?
No.
Who sent you? Who does number 2
Flashlight and everything.
It wasn't like that at all. I was just looking for somebody that had some experience to help.
Yeah.
But also like, whenever we opened Loaded Brushes, we wanted to be kind of different than other paint and sip studios. So bringing in people with experience was also kind of like, well, I want them to do it the Loaded Brushes way, you know what I mean? Like, we have a certain kind of vibe there and stuff. And so I was like, well, I'll bring her in. We'll talk and see how it goes.
We'll
and
see if she's cool.
It just like instantly, it was just kind of like we all this time, and we've been together ever since.
Don't even know our anniversary.
I met Rashad on Grindr, and I met him in jail. That's been forever.
You didn't meet him in jail when you were there?
No, I met him in jail.
Oh, he met in jail. Okay.
He would hold my pocket.
But y'all were okay.
I was bored. I was just scrolling. I meant to swipe left, but I swipe right.
Best decision ever.
Is it though?
You mean best friend? So, that being said, you guys have a lot of cool classes. I think you said you have an adult class as well.
Yeah, we have
Our naughty nights.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we do our naughty
Please
night
elaborate.
classes.
Slowly.
Our naughty nights classes.
Whisper this one into the mic.
Welcome up, everybody.
So all of our evening classes are ages 18 and up anyways.
After 6 o'clock.
And then we decided to start doing our naughty nights classes. So with our naughty nights classes, they're a bit more like artistic nudes. We like to say artistic nudes, and then some of them are just dirty.
That's how they used to do it back in the day.
And that kind of
when they used to send nudes, they would draw it.
Yeah, we started it off with kind of like artistic type,
we
kind
were
of
like,
nudes.
make it a classy nude, and we're like, all right, just draw it.
Yeah,
Just draw the dick.
Yeah. And so we started doing that. And
We're making a salad? What's going on?
And that goes back to us wanting to be different, because like I said, I've worked for other studios, and they were just so corporate, and we had so many limitations. And I would get people that come in there, because of course, like, paint and sip is really popular amongst like bachelorette parties, and they come in there and they want to be crazy, but then they're just like, I guess we'll paint this vase of flowers, and we were like,
or paint a sunset.
We're like, well, let's really be different and just go for it, because all these other paint and sip studios are like, we can't do that. Mm-hmm. We can't play that music. We can't have that. Like, the bosses or the owners walk in, and they were just like, what are you playing? What music is this? Like, turn this off. I'm like, it's Rihanna. You need to calm down.
And you guys know our playlist is pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, he was
I'm
nice
not gonna lie.
guy here
I was
too.
like, damn, this is fire.
Yeah, the
Follow
music
us on
was
Spotify.
on point.
Loaded Brushes TX.
Lady says, I charge extra for the naughty night videos. Julia Travis says, I want to go to the paint session. I want to paint my dog.
Oh yeah,
Come
Julia,
and see us.
you could paint Bubba.
So, and that's the other thing too. With our pet portraits, our Paint Your Pets was always so popular, and we would have the class kind of scheduled once every month or once every other month or something, and people either couldn't make it at that time or whatever the case was. So we just started offering it during our open paint session. So we actually do Paint Your Pets Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Oh wow! So you can kind of do it anytime. You don't have to wait until we have that one class on our calendar. So you can just jump on it for whenever it works for you.
That's one thing too, is I really like the flexibility of our schedule compared to other places. It's like you can choose your time slot, and then of course the open studio option, which is a big deal for us, because every other place I've worked at, it's like the customers go online and they're like, okay, Melinda, let's go paint on Saturday. What are they doing Saturday around, 7 o'clock? Well, I guess it's a sunset, so we'll go do that. But with ours, it's like, okay, Saturday, but what time on Saturday do you want to come in? What time is good for you? When do you want to come see us? And then when you get in there, actually before you even get in there, look at our gallery, tell us what you want to paint. Mm-hmm. So you guys can all paint 3 different things. You don't have to paint the exact same thing.
So when y'all come back, you can each pick something different.
So that's really good too when you get like roommates or couples or people coming in that live together, so they don't go home with the exact same painting. Right. So they get to come in and they paint different items, and everybody's always like, people are really confused. They don't understand, like, that's impossible because I can't paint, so I can't do that. Like, no, you're still gonna get step-by-step instruction. You might even get more attention because we're actually going over there and we're instructing you, and we're
personally.
Yeah, we're like personally talking.
It's
to
more
you
like a
side by
one-on-one
side.
rather than us being on stage and.
It's way
teaching
more
everybody.
personable.
Yeah.
And it's the same price.
And so, like, that's something that we used to offer just on Wednesdays and Thursdays, just to kind of help bring people in, because it's easier for everybody to pick their own than to get an entire group to decide on one painting, right? Or to agree on one painting.
Right.
After we reopened after COVID, I was just like, y'all just come pick whatever you want to paint. Just come paint with us.
Yeah.
And we're just going to do open paint for all of our public classes, you know, just for a while until things pick back up. And everybody loves it so much that we've just kept it.
And it sounds like fun. Has there ever been a time where you're doing a dope class and it just got out of hand? Like, what is the wildest story you guys got? Oh, he don't lie.
Is she laughing
I
already?
mean,
So, like, we've never had, I don't think we've ever really had anything get, like, wild and out of hand in a bad way.
yeah, not in a bad way.
We want the good.
I have like a big rule in my classes. Like, honestly, we've had people get crazy. I've had people doing like
We had twerking
twerk off
contests
competitions
and-
on
yeah.
stage. Like, I really don't care how crazy y'all get. I don't. My big rule is everybody be nice to each other. That's all. I don't care how crazy you are. I don't care what you do in there. I don't care if you want to sit quietly and just kind of calmly be yourself. I don't care what you're doing. Just be kind.
Yeah.
And don't blow up my studio.
And it's so funny, like, we have so many parties that at the end they leave and they're like apologizing for being sorry we were kind of crazy or we kind of loud. I was like, y'all made my job easier because, you know, it's like sometimes I gotta work to make it fun, you know, and it's like if you guys come in and having fun, then I just get to have fun with you, you know. It's like we want you to have a great time. That's why you're
We were
here.
trying to stay. We were like, hey, we're not going nowhere, right? Like,
They're like, nah, y'all gotta leave. It's getting late. Sun's going down. It's been like 4 hours already.
Y'all know.
Yeah,
like,
so it's fun.
So while we were there, you showed me a picture. It had a bunch of broken hearts on it,
Oh.
and
oh.
it said "fuck love."
Okay, so that's a fun story.
Tell me the story of this.
I love that painting, though.
So, classes are 2 hours long, and the last one on this day was 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And sometimes people just, very rarely, but sometimes people just don't show up.
Right.
Whatever happened that day, or they'll call Melinda and reschedule, whatever. And these two people didn't show up, and I'm texting Melinda like, did they call you yet? Or they scheduled? She hadn't heard from them. Like, all right, I guess they're just no
And
shows.
sometimes they just come in 30 minutes late because they were arguing in the parking lot.
Yeah,
But-
yeah.
Which by the end of class we turn that around.
Young love.
Or they were next door, Boomer Jacks.
Wasn't Chris Brown?
So-
around? You can say it.
So if you're having an argument, go paint.
Go paint.
You'll make up.
Exactly.
Yep.
So like, you know,
With the exception of this one time. We do pretty much, we loosen it up. We have had couples come in there which they don't even want to look at each other when they get started. And then about 10, 15 minutes in, you see them kind of loosen up.
I
and
would
then
not
they
say
start,
this is an exception though, because the way they left.
I don't think it ended good, but
Well, okay.
but for the most part, we turned them around, and by the end, they've had a great date
So,
night.
basically, like, the time is passing by. 10 minutes goes by, they're not there. Whatever, you know, traffic. 15 minutes go by. I'm gonna text Melinda. 20 minutes goes by. 30 minutes go by, and the time keeps passing. And over an hour goes by. We're halfway through class. They probably ain't showing up. They done paid full price. They don't want to come in and do half a class, right? So I'm just resigning myself to thinking they ain't gonna show up, and I'm just focusing on my other customers. And then an hour and a half into class, it is 8:30 at night. Two people walk in, and the guy just kind of looks, you know, has his head down. He looks frustrated. She got her arms crossed. I'm like, hey,
Oh, happy.
how are you guys?
Are y'all ready to paint?
Y'all ready to do this? No, I was like, hey,
Look, no matter how you walk in, that's how we're gonna greet you.
No, that's how she greeted us. I was like,
Yeah.
They got scared of the
I mean, it's like,
we're
I don't care
about to
how
roll
upset you are when
and
you come in. I'm gonna be greeting you with a smile. 'Cause
we're about to.
Yeah, I was
Turn it
like,
around.
how can I help you? And then they're like, yeah, we're here for the class. I was like, the 7 o'clock class?
And it is now 8:30.
And they're just like, yeah, that one. I was like, okay. It's 8:30.
Y'all want to hurry the fuck up?
So
She's like,
I go,
I'm leaving in 30
here's
minutes.
what I can do, because I can't, you know, the class ends at 9. I can't let you guys paint for 2 hours. You know, you pay for the time slot. What I can do is, if you guys want us to hold on to that payment as a credit, we can hold on to it. And if y'all want to come back another night so you can get the full 2 hours, the full experience, y'all could come back and do a full date night. And she's just not looking at me. she's looking everywhere but me, and he's just like, and so he looks at her and he's like, we're just gonna paint. I was like, are you sure? Like, yeah, we're just gonna paint. I was like, okay. Did you pick out your paintings? No. And I'm like, okay. She goes like, I just want some colors. Okay, what colors would you like? And so I pour the colors for her, and he's like, I'm gonna paint that Dallas Cowboy star. Okay. I let them do their thing, and I go and I tried to help, but she's kind of ignoring me. He doesn't seem to care to need help, and then she's just there. And I kind of just let her be because I see that she needed space. I'm trying to be friendly, but not too,
Yeah.
So I'm giving her space, and he starts like looking over, and he's looking at her. He's like, really?
He's over there trying
And
to do
he's
this
like,
real nice cowboy thing.
he's really trying with
He's
this
like
star.
working hard.
And he's like, and then she's sitting there, she's mad, and after a while and she starts kind of laughing, and she's like starts bouncing in her seat. She starts looking happier, and she's painting. I'm like, I wonder what she's doing. And then after 15 minutes, she's like, I'm done. We're leaving. Like, he's like, okay, and puts his stuff down, and they go to walk out. I'm like, you want to take your paintings? And he's like, no, we're good. Like, okay. They were there for 15 minutes, and then they left. And I went over there, and her canvas just said, fuck love, and it had on there broken hearts, a money bag, and a middle finger. But you know what? They walked out giggling.
They did.
They did. They walked out
So she
giggling.
got it out. She got
Because
that.
at first he was kind of like, "Are you serious?" Like he was kind of mad. But then as he walked out, he was like this girl, like and
that's why I love
she
her.
was in a good mood. She actually left like she was looking at me and smiling. She's like, "Thank you." Like she was actually really happy, and he was laughing. And so I was like, okay, that was different, but they left happy. Yeah. Mission accomplished.
You're like, my job is done.
I did it in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I can go home now.
Left the rest of my class there.
That's right. One for mom.
That is funny.
But yeah, I think we're gonna keep that painting forever because
It inspired me. I love it.
Yeah, I was.
Oh, y'all gonna keep that one, but y'all gave us back that one?
we feel like
by the way, hold on.
I said if y'all don't want to keep it, I'll take it home.
we'll take it. We love it.
I love it.
I don't know. We just feel like it's so
We
special.
did this. Oh, you guys can see it. Oh, yeah, you got it.
It's part of the promo we did.
Show it to the camera.
I'm looking on the camera real quick. So if you can see it right there, it's just. There you go. Since then he wanted no more, it's all artistic right here.
It's our finger painting.
I love it.
It is.
Yeah, we gave it to you guys. But it's cool.
I think
It's
you just
cool.
need to paint the frame, and it'll be perfect.
Ooh, paint the frame black.
Yeah,
Ooh,
paint
that
black.
would be nice.
There you go.
Yeah, and it'll look good right here on these black walls.
Not in your studio.
I mean,
Yeah.
it look good in our studio.
It'll look good in this studio, not yours.
I think it would take attention away from us, I just really think people would be like, oh, I thought we were at
People would
Loaded
try to buy
Brushes.
it and stuff,
I thought we
yeah.
were at Loaded Brushes. We're at the canceled
Sell it to
show.
them.
Hey, we're not above that.
just break us off a piece.
Not above.
Yeah. Like, we're trying to sell out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sell out
You
real
guys back
quick.
to make some more.
Exactly. I'll make 3 more just like that. No problem.
So, do you want to expand, like, your location? Do you want to add more classes? Or?
Yeah. So one way we've kind of expanded is we created the Loaded Brushes party bus. So you guys got to take a little ride around in that.
We did.
I got to flash so many people.
That's
Mardi Gras.
right.
And that was
We
kind
didn't
of
get
our
any beans though.
We got cups.
that was
Empty
kind
cups.
of our COVID project. So when the studio was closed and COVID was happening, and we were just kind of sitting around, my husband and I sitting around thinking like, what are we gonna do? We're trying to do some virtual classes, and we're trying to do take-home kits, and we.
You were like, oh, let's just buy a bus.
Yeah, somehow we just came across and we just decided let's go buy a schoolie. So we bought this old yellow schoolie, like a 1990 yellow school bus, like a 30-foot.
First time she told me
30
that.
foot. She was like, "Y'all are so crazy."
No, I just started laughing. Like I was like, "You're a joke." Like I just busted out laughing. I was like, another one of Melinda's crazy ideas.
Tell the truth, you were like, are you high? No, de
You
veras.
should have seen her once we pulled it up and parked it out there by the studio. It
I
was a
was
big yellow
just
bus. And she
like-
was just like, she pulled up for work and she was just shaking her head. She was like, "Girl, I can't even believe it."
I mean, I think it's cool, but I was just like, I don't know. I just couldn't help but laugh.
We are always coming up with these big crazy ideas and these big crazy projects, and we do them pretty much ourselves.
Yeah.
Even the studio itself, we kind of remodeled the entire thing.
Yeah.
Between the two of us, and then our daughters helped as well. And we had to hire a couple of contractors for some of like the major stuff, but for the most part, we do everything ourselves that we can. Monica painted the mural, and then for the bus, my husband and my oldest daughter, they painted it purple. We bought the auto paint and stuff, and they painted it all. We painted the entire inside of it, built out the tables, gutted it all out to begin with, and just completely did it. And my husband and I always come up with these crazy ideas, but they always turn out pretty good. We kind of always make it a little over the top because that's just the way we are.
I mean, that's what it's got to be.
Yeah, it's like if you're gonna do it, you got to do it all the way. You know what I mean?
Go big or go home.
Yeah.
You go head first into it. If not, why do it at all?
It has the same like light up seats that our party room has and stuff. So we wanted the bus to kind of feel like we're actually bringing our party room to your house or to your job or wherever you want us to go. So that was kind of our first bit of expansion, is to be able to take our mobile parties to a different level, really.
Right.
Cool.
Eventually, like maybe doing some franchises would be nice. That's kind of where we kind of see that going next, is maybe doing some franchise. We've had a few people ask us about it, so
Is that where you see Is that where you see Loaded Brushes in the next like 5 to 10 years?
Yeah. I think. I mean, I'm so hands-on with everything. I don't know that I could really handle running more than one studio on my own.
Yeah.
I mean, if I could find 5 more Monicas, then I could, and maybe clone myself a few times, then maybe we could do that. But I think franchises would be a great way to go, because we do have I don't know, we just have a great place that's so different from everywhere else.
We get a lot of people that actually inquire about that, and customers and people that are just also, there's a lot of go-getters out there.
People think we're a franchise already.
Yeah.
So.
But and when they find out we're not, people ask us like, "Are y'all franchising?" Or like, and then people that are like visiting from out of town, they come in there with their family. People always ask us, and I think one of the things that just we've strived so hard to make this studio the vibe that it is, and
it is a vibe.
It is,
yeah.
And we want to keep it that way. Just me having worked for major franchises, paint and sip franchises, and like seeing how when there's too many cooks in the kitchen, how things can get.
Right.
We want all these cooks to kind of have the same recipe. It's funny because I think me and Melinda, I think we both can have like kind of dominant personalities, and I think we're both kind of control freaks, but we work really well together. Like I don't think we've ever been at a point where we feel like we're like crowding each other. We're stepping on each other's toes or getting too aggravated with each other. And I feel like
there's times where I look at this guy and I'm like,
There's times where I look like this and I look like this.
And then we're both looking at him.
I'm too pretty to do jail time.
Hey, let's jump him.
That's why they gotta be on each side so they don't get jealous. They gotta be near you. You know.
I get beat up in the parking lot. It wasn't us.
But we, I don't even think we've mentioned that, but we are a family-owned studio.
Yeah.
So it's just us, and it's a big part of what we do. And when my husband and I first thought about doing this, we did kind of think about opening up a franchise of one of the other major paint and sip businesses, but we wanted to make it different. We wanted to put a different vibe on it, and just make it our own space and be able to offer whatever kind of classes we wanted to do. We want to do naughty nights. We want to do, all the different types of stuff, and just make it look the way we want it to look and give it the vibe that we want it to have, and just make it a space where everybody feels welcomed. And so we were like, well, the only way we're going to be able to control all that stuff is to do it ourselves.
And that's one of my favorite things about working with them. It's just like we have a lot more freedom. She listens to us. Like any of the staff, any of us that work for her, she like really listens to our ideas. One of the biggest questions we get is like, where did all the art come from? Because you guys saw our big gallery wall. We have our gallery online. That's all created by us. Like mostly us, but then like everybody who's worked there contributes a painting to the gallery.
Right.
So that's all custom work, and that's all stuff that came out of our brains.
Okay,
that's all of our work.
So that's all y'all's work.
Yeah.
Yep.
The line that y'all did.
Who created the cactus penis?
Why am I not surprised?
I knew it.
Just a little prick.
He said that earlier.
But
and then so that little series that we did, we're gonna have that as we're gonna bring back our Thirsty Thursdays. So
Thirsty Thursdays.
way back in the day, we used to do Thirsty Thursdays. We're
I
gonna
told her
bring
she needs
that
to call it
back.
Thirst Trap Thursdays.
Yeah.
A little more of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
We might have to change it up.
Thirst Trap
But
But
Thursday.
it's going to be kind of like a specialty class on Thursday nights for the adults, you know, and have different things. Like we'll do like we have a great friends trivia class that we do.
So much
We
fun.
want to do like an office trivia night. We're going to do our naughty nights. So we're like those paintings that we did are going to be options for those nights. So
Got you. You're gonna be our model, right? Hey.
so you want to come in and paint some lady
We'll get the
parts?
baby all ready for you.
Hey,
Yeah.
tell me,
Get that cactus ready.
you know, like everything reminds me of him. Todo chiquito. It was
So
cold.
chiquito.
It was cold.
The studio's a little cold, bro.
I told you.
I tried to model, but they said they needed a bigger canvas. I don't know what that means.
They charge extra.
They charge extra for that. I was like, okay.
The canvas is all black.
Well, it's a close up.
It's a close up. Zoomed in way. Zoomed in. With that being said, guys, we're gonna go on break and we'll talk more.
All right. Drink them.
Sitting lonely in my room again, trying to find the words to say, but nothing comes out. I am looking for the better days, seem like they walked and drank all night. There's so many things that I keep in my mind. My friends keep me out and it hurts every time. With all the emotions I built up inside, oh why can't I? Will someone look for me if I disappear? No matter how much that I scream, nobody hears. But I see the light from far away, it's down the line. Maybe I should not give up without a fight, 'cause there will be a time. Oh, 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 oh. There will be a time. Oh, 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 oh. There will be a time. Sitting lonely in my room again, acting like I'm innocent. Why do I try? 'Cause now I'm feeling like a fool again, thinking I can fool myself by telling me lies. When there's so many things that I keep in my mind, I hang around people I don't even like. If they can be happy and walk with a smile, oh why can't I? Will someone look for me if I disappear? No matter how much that I scream, nobody hears. But I see the light from far away, it's down the line. Maybe I should not give up without a fight, 'cause there will be a time. Oh, 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 oh. There will be a time. Oh, 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 oh. There will be a time.
what's up, everybody? It's Manny. Welcome back.
Really, bro? That's what we're doing?
He had to use his gentle voice.
It's my gentle voice, bro. It's my welcoming voice.
You remind me of Mike Jack, bro.
What are you talking about?
That means you never get to babysit my kids.
Ever.
Ever.
It's a different topic. That's a different
Yeah,
topic.
but anyway, welcome back to the show.
Yay.
We are back with loaded brushes.
Hey.
That's right. Well, at least 2 representatives.
He said
Oh,
that.
you're alive.
That's us.
Get that straight, homeboy.
All right. Yes, we are with Miss Melinda and Miss Monica. Loaded brushes. And,
We got a drink.
Bell means a drink.
Cheers.
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 Y'all too, right?
Yeah, they're drinking back there.
That's right.
Oh, believe me.
He was a little parched. Had to hit that bell.
They've been drinking more than we.
Right?
Shout out to Remy on the ones and twos.
Yeah.
And Gabe on the one. I guess he would be 1.5.
I'm the one. I guess he's a 2.
Yeah. 1 and 2.
It works.
Our
It works.
board ops,
It works.
We appreciate you guys today. Hey, I had a question, Monica, because you came from the corporate world,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So there you are in your cubicle, and you just like one day, you know what? I think I'm gonna start sipping paint.
Nah, she was like, you know it.
Is that how it happened?
Nah, she was like, man,
Tell
fuck
me-
this
tell
shit.
me-
Did you cuss out your boss?
You know,
Fuck this job.
I've worked
Exactly.
for corporate companies. I've worked for agencies. Agencies are a lot of fun, by the way. But at the end of the day, you still put in a ton of hours, a ton of work, and go home and get up and do it all over again the next day.
Right.
I've been lucky enough to always have creative jobs, so I've always kind of worked in the creative field, so it helps mix it up a little bit because you are working on different things every day. But at the end of the day, it's still getting up and going to
Somewhere you don't want to be.
and doing stuff, whatever. And I always enjoyed all of my jobs that I've done, all different kinds of arts related creative things, marketing and advertising and stuff. I loved all of them, but at the end of the day, like I said, it's all the same job, being there for way too many hours and not being with your family, and getting home too late to make dinner and all that stuff. And I've got 2 girls, and that was always one of the things, is to get home so late. And whenever it came time for me I actually had a moment where I got to decide what I wanted to do, and I never had that before. Before it was always find a job and pay the bills and make it go and keep it going and keep going up that ladder. And I got to the point where I got to sit down and think about it. And my husband's actually the one who's always wanted a business. For me, I was like, you can open whatever kind of business you want. I'm here to support you, but that's not really for me. And then once we started talking about this, and the idea for a paint and sip kind of came up, and I was like, well, I mean, I do like to paint and I do like to drink, and I just like to
it'll
host
work.
parties.
It'll work.
I could probably do that. And I don't know, it just kind of came together, and we just kind of jumped on it. It honestly happened really quick. I didn't think too much about it, because if I do, it won't happen. I tend to overthink things a bit.
point.
She can attest to that, and I will overthink until I'm just like, you know what, I'm over it now. We ain't gonna do it.
They bought that bus real quick.
And same thing with the place. It's like all of a sudden we found a spot that kind of worked, and it was like, are we gonna do this? And we did it. And also we had the key, and that's just we just rolled with it. So it was just kind of one of those things. The idea popped up, and
You went with it.
yeah.
But you like, listen, hear me out. I get paid to get drunk.
Well, I was like,
And paint. And paint.
Yeah, and paint. Yeah.
That's the important
With
part.
strangers.
Strangers.
Yeah.
Strangers. I
Yeah.
get drunk in a room full of strangers.
And we
I
paint.
Yeah. I mean, really, that was.
I like it.
For me, it was like, we can open a business where we get to paint, we get to drink, and we get to celebrate special occasions with people, right? So
That is true.
That's been one of the things that I've always loved about it. It's like we literally work to party. Like there have been days like, every job is a job. I mean, every job, like, I mean, even just
Even if
life.
you love your job,
Yeah,
it's
even if
still
you
a
love your
job.
job, sometimes you just like, you're just tired. You don't want to, do whatever that day. And just like, there have been days where we're just tired. And it's like, we drove up there and I was like, man, I got to teach this class today. And like, do I want
You got a
to?
party coming
You
in.
know, it's like, man, I got a big party coming in. I got back-to-back parties coming in. I'm like, oh, Starbucks line. I gotta get the coffee.
Starbucks.
And then I'm and then I get there and I end up having so much fun. Like I really do. Like it ends up becoming like a de-stress in my day.
It's as therapeutic for us
It really
as it is
is.
for them, you know.
Really?
Yeah, it really is.
For
Like
our parties, they're coming in to celebrate. So for the most part, you know, they're coming in to celebrate an occasion, anyways. And
it's like we getting paid to crash parties all the
yeah,
time.
yeah, exactly. And
That's
so-
a nice way to get paid.
Yeah,
I know.
and for us, it's like we might be having a bad day, but once the customers show up, then the smiles come on, and then we get to forget about our crap for the day. You know what I mean? And party with them. So
It is fun to like make people's days too. It's like there's
Really?
been so many classes like of all ages where at the end they're like, come be in the pictures with us. And
Yeah.
like
We're
when
family.
the little kids come up and they hug you and they like say, can you come teach at my school? I'm like,
Yeah.
like they're just so sweet. Like
I had one party
I
of
definitely won't
kids.
go to your school. But I appreciate it.
teachers are underpaid. No,
Yeah,
sweetie.
no,
Come back and see me
no.
here.
Yeah, it's always very sweet and kind of rewarding when they're like, will you come to art
Super
school and be our
rewarding,
art teacher? Like, you know, we just, they have so much fun, and they're like, you're encouraging us to be creative, and that's what,
That's
you know,
the
we
thing,
wish our
too.
teacher would be like that. So could you come and be our art teacher? And, you know,
We're
it's always
really
very
big
fun.
about giving kids freedom too, because like it's just I mean and probably you've probably had this experience too. It's just like growing up and then having to take art classes and people are like, do it this way.
Yeah.
It has to be this way. It's like really like artists, we don't like to stay in the box. We don't like to color inside
We
the
usually
lines.
don't even like art classes because they tell us
Like
what to do.
yeah, like we don't like to color inside
tell
the
us what to do.
lines. Like yeah.
Don't tell me what to do.
Don't. No, and it's true, and it's just like that's the same for kids. And like there's so many times we're teaching a kids class, and I'll tell them like put your own touch on it, your own spin on it. You want to use a different color, you want to add something to it. You know, just it's your painting. It's going home with you. Okay, so make it your own. And sometimes parents are like, do it like she's doing it. Do it like she's doing it. I'm like, no, just
Or
let
they
the-
ask us, can you go fix it because it doesn't look like
It's
it.
like no, that's your baby's work. Like be
Yeah.
proud, be proud of it. Be proud of your baby's work because like it is fun to say it. And sometimes I'll make the joke. I'm like, look, if yours looks exactly like mine, you did it wrong. Okay, it needs to look different. It needs to go home looking different.
Yeah.
But you know, that's exactly what you guys did. I mean, my painting is
It's completely different.
It's completely different because I also was like, hey, like.
You got
can
a
my
real
lion-
African lion.
Can my lion have dreads?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I was like, well, but how are we going to do dreads? He's like, I don't know, but we're going to figure it out.
There are a few things I'll say no to with paintings. It's like the only thing I'll like steer people away from is like bad color combos.
Right.
Like that's those.
You're like,
colors-
that ain't gonna work.
That ain't gonna work. Yeah. And those colors ain't gonna blend well, or that's not gonna show up good on top of that. Like now you can't use dark blue on top of black background. That ain't gonna
Right.
happen.
Yeah.
You know, like even with the red that you'd use, like we had to add white to it to get it to pop, because
Oh,
otherwise
yeah.
just the red by itself.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
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 So,
Have you guys ever had like I guess like where you get customers that are rowdy and you're just like, I just can't deal with
oh,
this
y'all
guy.
hating?
That day,
Break the eye contact. She goes, you?
We
They're
don't
rowdy
usually-
and their name
we
is
don't
Mandy.
usually have people who are, again, they're not too rowdy in a negative
Yeah.
way. Usually
Right.
they're there, you know, having fun, and it's not, it's very.
How would you deal with it? With a like
Like a rowdy.
someone who's
I mean,
being
if
disruptive,
there
I
is
guess.
an occasion where there's somebody who's, you know, maybe had a little too much to drink and they're just being a little, maybe a little extra obnoxious or something, you know, then you do have to kind of come over and be like, all right, we're gonna tone it down a little bit. You just kind of say it in a fun way and kind of.
nah, they did that to you, Manuel.
Yeah, you feel like,
I don't want to call you out or nothing,
No,
but
you like, hey, stupid. If you want to stay, you have to pay us. You wanna get out? I'm like,
We're gonna play the quiet game.
Right.
Oh, they rang the bell. Great.
Everybody at home, take a drink.
drink.
Whether it's water, whiskey, or wine, whatever you got.
Oh yeah, by the way, please don't drink and drive.
That's right.
But usually, people are there with their friends or with family members and stuff. So if they do get a little,
I want to put that to the theory. So I want to make a bet. I'm gonna bring a friend. Some know him as Jimmy Boy. Some know him as.
Whoa.
You talking about
Respect
from
on this
the
name,
man,
bro.
the king from H Block?
Yes.
Bro,
The king
put
of
some
H Block.
respect on the name.
Jimmy Boy,
baby.
baby,
Please
say the baby.
Oh,
Okay?
Mr. Baby then.
Shout out to my boy Jimmy, Jimmy Boy.
So,
So we're gonna be meeting him soon.
Yeah.
well, I mean, it's a theory. He'll test your patience. I want to see how far you would live.
You know, I think we've had a lot of people come in and try to test us, though.
You know what's funny is I always tell people I don't have a whole lot of patience for
Really?
for a lot of things, especially painting. But then
You're gonna
whenever
watch it?
I have my parties and my classes and stuff, I get so many people that tell me you have so much patience and thank you for having so much
That's one of the
patience.
compliments that we get the
Yeah,
most.
and I'm like,
they're
I mean, I guess I have
"Thank you
patience
for
with other
having
people,
patience with
just
us."
not for myself.
Well, because I know they're gone in 2 hours now.
I only gotta be nice for a little bit.
Yeah.
So obnoxious, but you got like 30 more minutes. Oh my God.
Like then as you're walking there, I could be
She's
like,
like, he paid, right? Yeah, 2 hours.
One of my favorites is
almost
like
done.
when we have like the public classes and we'll get like the couples coming in. Sometimes the guys are all for it. They're the ones who signed up. Sometimes they got dragged in, you know. And I'll kind of joke with them. They seem like they're not into it. I'm like, hey man, you're here for the brownie points, okay? It's all good. But like sometimes the guys they want, like, and it's always the guys they want to heckle us. Like they kind of want to mess with us and they
Yeah.
want to kind of like nitpick and poke. But I think for the most part we're pretty quick.
Yeah.
We're pretty.
What you mean?
I don't know. Just I don't even know. I don't even. It comes
I mean,
naturally.
It just kind of happens. You just kind of shut it down pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just and I think sometimes like I guess because when they do come in, I'm like hi. Like they don't expect me to kind of be a little smart like too. Not in a rude way, but it's just like
you got that comeback.
a little bit.
Them quick
Sometimes.
comebacks.
Sometimes. Oh, y'all had a class with me. Y'all tell me.
Monica's very much.
That clap back at
She's very good at being sarcastic and talking shit to you, but doing it like in a
She kept doing me the
in
whole
a
time.
fun way. But in a fun way.
I'll make you agree with me. Like I don't know when you do it.
I'm like, oh, you're short. She
It'll-
goes, oh, like your hairline. I'm like, what? What you mean? Excuse me? So I'm joking. Like,
Joke like that hairline.
Yeah. I was like, Monica,
Calm down,
am I
Rosie.
good? I kept asking her, I was like, am I a good artist? She was like, you're having fun, aren't you?
As long as we're having
It's
fun.
like you're having fun.
Hey, it's fun art, not fine art. If you're having
there you go.
if
That's
you're
what
having fun, you're doing fine.
I was like, but
you kept saying that to us the whole time.
Oh, really?
I just now noticed all
the whole
the
time.
shit talking she was doing without us even realizing it.
He's having flashbacks.
They felt so encouraged the whole time, and now they're just
Now
like,
just like she was talking shit.
I still like y'all though.
She's like, oh, that's so special. I was like, thank you.
That's unique. I've never seen
Yeah.
anybody do that before.
But she does it with a smile, so you feel good about it. Like,
I'm all like, really?
I'm pretty good at making people feel good about themselves, you know.
Are you proud of me, Mom? Thank you.
Good job, mijo. Gold star, gold star.
hey, she distracts you. You're like, hey, how's my painting? She's like, oh, that's some muscle right there. She's like,
You've been working out.
Fuck you, man.
You're not lifting that paintbrush like that. Yeah. I see you working that little mama brush. He had that
Oh.
Big Daddy for a while.
Big Daddy and Lil Mama.
Y'all
That's
were
what they're
obsessed
called.
with
Oh,
Big
yeah.
Daddy.
It's because, I mean, honestly, as soon as we got there, this is the first thing I noticed, that you guys were just so nice. So that's why we were just like, man, we're going to break these people. We're just because
They
us
have
together.
No idea what they're in for.
Us
I felt
together.
sorry for you the first time I met you.
Us together,
I was like,
yeah.
oh. I was like,
Now how
they
do you
have to
feel?
deal with us.
But now it's just like, you guys, it's just like, I feel like I've known you for so long.
You know,
Yeah.
that's one of the things that we like is like, and as cheesy as it sounds, like we really mean it when we say we love when people leave feeling like friends. You know,
We feel like
and
we get to make friends.
Well, we're
every
not
night.
friends.
Yeah.
Wait, we're not.
I said
We're not
feel like.
friends, no.
Oh.
We're family.
Or family. Okay, Vin Diesel.
No, I just did it. Just,
Family is everything.
do what? I just said it. Just
When you say family, bro.
family.
Why are you doing the smoldering?
I'm not smothering. I just said it. That's how.
You're obviously doing the smoldering.
That's how I talk. All right.
Nobody talks like that.
Fuck you, man.
No, but yeah, no. When we,
Fuck you, man.
and that's, I guess, to us, that's like the fakeness. Now we want to see the real you, and towards like.
But we
you know,
are sweet.
No, but like you know what I mean. You were like, oh yeah, thank you. And you were just like, and I'm like, that's not you.
That was the whole customer service right there.
Well, you know what? Okay, so and that's a big thing with us too. Is I think part of the reason why our customers, our guests, are very loyal to us and like love to come and paint with us and hang out with us, because even the first time they come in, we treat them like they're family already. So as soon as you walk in that door, we treat you like family, and we're very much ourselves. You know, there's no part of it where it's not. I don't think we ever put on like a fake kind of face. It's where we are naturally nice.
You know, like it's as
but
much.
we also like to party, so we could.
As much as I like to like joke and shit talk sometimes and mess with y'all, like I'm just a big advocate about treating people good and making people feel good, because I don't want people to make me feel like crap. You know, it's like we have enough of that in this world. We really do. Don't bring that into our studio.
Yeah.
Not doing that. Like I do want people to feel good.
And if you come in feeling bad, we're gonna make sure
turn
you're
that
happy
around
by the time you leave. You know, so and that's just genuinely how we are. And even whenever whenever I'm looking for a new instructor or something and interviewing people, that's really my interview process, is to sit there and talk to them and get their vibe from them and feel like what type of person they are. And if they come in and they're just kind of being themselves and we can vibe together and talk, then you're probably going to do a good job at this.
I've trained so many people over the years, because I'm reaching a decade of this, and it's like training and working with people. One of the best things I heard about like having this kind of job is like I can teach somebody to paint and teach painting. Like they can come, like one of the biggest things we look for, I mean, we do want them to have talent, yes, but personality is a big thing, because I can teach somebody how to paint and I can teach them how to teach. I can't teach somebody how to have a personality.
Yeah, you can't teach them not to be a dick.
Yeah,
exactly.
I had this one girl.
Man, get the fuck out of here.
I had this one girl I used to work with, and she came in and she was a photographer, but they just needed people to paint, right? They just needed instructors really bad. And she was a photographer. She didn't know how to paint. And some of her paintings were a little rough, you know? And we would talk to her and we kind of coach her through it and we try to help her. And I didn't know how it was going to go. But the main thing is, classes loved her personality. Oh my God, she would get requested all the time because she was just so good with people and they loved her, and she's been teaching for, God, like, oh man, maybe 7 years or so now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and she's still teaching, and she's gotten so good. I see her painting, she posts them on Facebook and everything now, and they are so good now. I'm so proud of how far she's come with that. But again, it goes back to like, we can teach you how to paint. We taught her how to paint. We taught her how to get on stage and teach. But that personality, that was all her.
That's the key, because people are coming in to spend 2 hours with you, and you're their party host, but you're also there to hang out and be a personality for them too. So you have to have that personality, and you have to be yourself, because if you're not yourself, people, they feel that. So
yeah.
We're always very authentic with everybody that comes in from the moment they walk in through the door. So, and yes, we do have our good customer service, but that's just us. We're just
All right, question then. Do you think we would be able to be good teachers up there?
Which one would be the best teacher?
Oh my God.
Hold on. Would we be good teachers up there?
Guys are always a competition.
Hey.
Even in classes.
Life is a competition, all right?
Always in competition. I mean,
we know that I would be, right?
Honestly, I think all of y'all, and I'm not just saying that, I think all of y'all would have a good personality to be up there, because y'all aren't scared to talk to people.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. You can't be shy to talk to customers and talk to people, but on top of that, talk to anybody.
I'm only
Doesn't
talking
matter.
to the hot chicks, though.
Well, all right. Well, you two.
Okay, yeah.
Man, it was like, you're a 4?
I'm sorry.
You sit in the back of the class.
In this class, when we do different, the 5's up here. Afuera.
Don't even come in.
It's like not even a 10. He's like,
It's because the 5's I have a chance.
He's like, I get a 5. I can get 2 5s and make that a 10.
The 8s and the 10s are somewhere in the middle.
You just got to stay in your weight class. Okay?
I'm just saying. Realistically.
Above your weight class. Okay? So,
oh, hey, that's also yeah. That worked two ways. I like that.
Okay, so who do you think would be the best teacher then? Just join your team. Like, if you had to choose from us 3.
Let's say you interviewed us. You've already talked to us. Who would you hire for a job?
I've never talked to any of y'all individually though. It's only been as like it's like a team interview.
Okay.
You know what?
Like
I would love to see all 3 of y'all do like a combo teaching
Yes.
class, like 3 Stooges on stage. Like,
that would be great.
Yeah.
If you let us, we would be doing.
Yeah.
bro,
I think we should totally do it.
can we have like guest
I
teachers?
would
Yeah.
fucking down.
Oh, I would love
Because
that.
it's like y'all doing a team interview and y'all are just all great together.
All your personalities bounce off each other.
I would do my voice. I would be like, "Hi everybody, welcome to Loaded Brushes." We're gonna unleash my brush.
And then I'll just join in. Alright, motherfuckers, make some noise.
And then he comes in with holes in everybody.
Grab Big Daddy, bitches. Grab Big Daddy.
The strippers, yeah.
Stroke it. Stroke it, bitch.
I'm pretty sure most of the viewers don't know what we mean by the reference of Big Daddy.
Yeah, nobody knows.
So I think we need to do one of our new Thirsty Thursday classes.
Thirst Trap Thursday.
Wait, which one's that one?
Thursday.
Thirst Trap Thursday.
That's the one where you draw on the penises?
I'll drop
We
penis.
can.
Ahorita una vez dile. Fuck you, man.
Make that our penis class.
Hey, get the fuck out of here because I'm gonna.
Okay, so
Do you want to draw a penis?
no.
You sure?
No.
How about we draw vaginas?
That's gonna be our next round of
Or a booty.
paintings, actually.
I painted one.
Did you?
Yeah, the little hearts.
Is that
Oh
what that
yeah, that one's kind of from
was?
behind.
I thought that was I thought that was Subway.
Subway?
I mean,
Arby's?
Never seen one before.
Arby's,
so
bro.
it's kind of, you know,
Arby's.
he's not quite sure what it looks like.
I don't know if you should question your women or your Subway.
We're gonna do more.
I know, right?
We can question it all. We can question it all.
We're gonna do a little bit more.
Oh, okay.
Lady parts, but.
I thought that was a
Many plus for that one.
We're probably gonna do something like this. Alright.
I just got.
But yeah,
I put my ass cheek on the same thing.
So everybody can come paint Manny.
I'll paint you, bro.
That's what we need. We
You
need
put
to
it
name
on
that
there?
one. You know, we
That
name
one's gonna be named Manny.
we name all our paintings. That one is gonna be Manny.
That's right. Take
can
that,
you paint me
bitches.
like one of your French girls?
Manny's Fanny.
Manny's
There you go. That's the name of that
Manny's
painting now.
Fanny.
Manny's Fanny.
Guys, go to Loaded Brushes so you can check out Manny's.
You can paint Manny's fanny.
I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
It's gonna have hairs on it.
I love
It does.
It does.
It's got a little cellulite in there too.
The
You got a little
pelitos.
cellulite. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit dimples.
Your butt, your ass has dimples.
Lupe knows.
I know.
We've seen it.
You see it.
I've seen it all.
Just another Tuesday
Hey,
night.
are you really best friends if you haven't seen your best friend?
You have no idea what I've seen about this man.
I mean, I guess
We got
that's true.
some idea.
Right?
I
Hey,
mean,
you're,
Right now, motherfucker.
when I'm drunk, I do weird stuff. I like one time I'm like,
So
hey,
a few
Pio.
more of these.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, Pio. He goes, what? I go, ah. He goes, oh.
So I got this.
Hey, get the fuck out of here because I'm gonna.
So I've got this theory that and so far it's been true, that if a guy is friends with another guy long enough, eventually he's going to see his penis.
Yeah.
I think that's.
It just.
The guy's like,
Hey, they're like, nope.
I drank for that.
They're like, I don't know what the fuck y'all are talking about.
Hell no. But
how many of y'all did sports in high school?
I didn't go to school.
Yeah. Or
So you know what I
college or
mean?
something.
Like there's that.
Yeah, it's always that. Yeah. I mean, it
There's that.
happens, right? It just
Yeah.
kind of happens.
Or you know.
Nothing wrong with a little nudity.
I mean, there's really not. Like, I mean,
It
coming
happens.
It happens. You know?
like, they're just bodies, y'all. Chill out.
Yeah.
You know,
Gosh.
you happen to drop by unexpected, you know.
Penis
so
is
you
swinging.
just-
The audience doesn't know you guys are not wearing pants right now. I mean, it's just like,
Yeah.
Wait, we're supposed to wear pants?
I mean, nobody
I
would
thought we were
Podcast.
supposed to be
How
comfortable.
see you do podcast?
cheers.
There we go.
You're gonna get a lot of
I mean, you
customers. So
guys
we're
are-
here to do penises tonight? Ma'am, that's on Thursday. Come back.
that's Thursday.
Amanda's like, why did I take all this Viagra then? I wanted to be impressive.
Hey, did you guys ever do that?
rapist in
Hold on.
He's
What do you call that?
What's this segueing into? We just had your wife.
No, I mean, yeah, like, I don't know
That's-
what's it called.
So that's something that we've
Figure
talked about
drawing.
doing,
Life-
like
life.
a bachelorette parties or girls' night or whatever. Or
And we were actually talking to people that were
volunteer strip.
I mean,
volunteering.
you put us
Yeah.
together, we're 6 inches.
Somewhere.
And if you put us all together, we're 12 inches.
6. That's not lying. They're gonna see it. 6.
No, no, no.
Hey, it's a solid 8. It's a solid 8. Right?
On a good day, but it's not.
Going back to the messed up Subway
Hey, but it
sandwiches.
is cold. It is cold, so 6.
We're-
Okay,
6.
so we'll do a class where you
We're
guys are
doing
the
it.
guest instructors, and then we'll do a class where
That'd
you
be
guys
so
are the
much
guest
fun.
models.
I would like to be a model.
Hold on, I would take up on that
Can
because
we
I've
call
only
it canceled brushes?
Canceled brushes.
Let's do it.
brushes.
Yeah.
Let's
Do
do it.
it. No, because I always.
I'm gonna work on my best pose.
That's right.
You look like you really practiced that.
I have. That's my wife.
My best pose is the captain.
The captain.
The captain.
You know,
Oh yeah,
One
yeah.
leg up, one leg up. You know.
One leg up. Yeah, you're right.
One leg up.
Which one?
You know.
my pose is the one.
At least two of them.
My best pose is
I don't know if you would consider that one a leg.
You know.
Mine's gonna be getting up. It's like, that's the
Fat
realistic
toe.
for me, just reaching up. No, but it's. So would you guys do something like that?
wrong with your. Oh
That's not the brush.
Yeah, that's something that we've talked about doing for a while now, and then we were trying to get it together before COVID happens, and then that kind of put everything on hold. So we kind of.
Does that put more like now, like the way everything is? Do you think that changes? Like.
I don't know. You know, it's hard to know how things are supposed to be right now. You know, well, for our public classes, we still like socially distance people and stuff. Just because we want everybody to feel comfortable, no matter how they feel about it. You know, everybody likes to have a little extra space themselves, anyways. So we're still doing that. In our private party room, it's usually friends and family, so it's wherever you want to be. Having a naked dude up there, I don't know. Maybe as long as he stays on stage, it's fine.
Yeah, manual, so don't come off the stage.
No jumping on top of the customers, okay?
Trying to interact. Give me a hug.
If I do this, do I get a tip?
He's gonna like run and slip and slide across the table.
That's something I would do. You just buzzing.
So something that I'm trying to look into is a pole dancing class for us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find one.
Y'all
We're
should
gonna
do
do some
it.
pole
That shouldn't
dancing.
be hard
Be
to
sure
find.
to let me know whenever that podcast airs, because I want to watch.
Can we come paint y'all? Come draw
On the
y'all on
po-
the sidelines.
We're gonna look like some rotisserie turkeys.
I
Mm.
mean, can you imagine me slipping down a pole upside down? Obviously.
Obviously,
Yeah, I mean, it's.
I feel like I would mess
About
up and
to
fall on my
top.
face. I'm not gonna lie to you. I will.
It'd be funny though.
Y'all need to sign some waivers for that.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Why is the pole so greasy?
So let me.
Baby oil.
It's baby oil.
Baby oil.
So I wanted to ask you guys: did you have to learn how to draw, or did you draw like that's what I'm
That's
saying?
a
Like
fun question.
this.
Have you always been an artist?
Yeah, I mean, I've always
I
been
have.
artsy ever since I was, ever since I was a little kid. Before I can even remember, really, I would always like to draw and stuff. I always used just like pencil, really.
Yeah.
I never really painted because I was poor, and so like I didn't have art supplies. I had a pencil and paper, and so that's mostly what I did growing up. High school did AP art class, and then I got to use like paints and pastels and all the different kinds of stuff. So
You're
I
like,
got
"Oh,
to
this
kind of
shit's
venture
cool."
out a little bit, and that was pretty cool. But I honestly really didn't even really start painting
Yeah.
until we decided to do this.
Really?
And I just happened to, I was like, I'm artsy. I know I can do it. It's like I
Right.
just don't have a whole lot of experience with paint. And then once we started talking about doing this, I was like, well, I guess I better get to painting, because I actually would just paint backgrounds. And then once I got to like the main subject, I would just be like, oh, this sucks, and just put it in the corner, And I wouldn't finish it, and I had a stack
Negative.
of paintings.
Ding.
I know, and there was somebody there to ding me or tell me not to be negative.
I need a ding.
Yeah.
But
Drinking.
I just had like the stack of paintings
Thirsty
over in the
Thursday.
corner, and for me, being used to using pencil or being a digital artist on the computer, you just scoot things over, And let's have a drink.
I have a lot more control with it. My background, it's like very similar to hers again. It's like
Graffiti.
yeah,
Tagging up the gym.
Obviously.
West side bitches.
No, south side.
She's
Oh,
from
South
South
Side,
Great. I was just that dumb. West side. Oops. Like, which way's west?
She's just next to leave her alone.
No, it's like the way we came in.
It's the west
It's
the west
like the
wing of the
west side,
building,
you know,
west hallway.
We'll get on that later.
West hallway. Bitches.
But in the end, you just have to make yourself finish the painting. And I just
Yeah.
was like, I'm just going to finish it. And even if it sucks and I have a shitty painting at the end, at least I say I finished one of these
Yeah.
things. And then I finished it and I was like, oh, it looks pretty good,
You know, and that's one thing for a lot of people too. It's like I try to constantly remind people, because it's like there's people are so hard on themselves. Like in life in general, we are our own worst critics.
Yes.
And I'm like, you are doing something that you never do. You are doing something that is totally outside your wheelhouse.
We have people come in and it's like, I have never painted in my life, or I haven't drawn anything since kindergarten. You know, that's the extent of my art experience. And then they come in and they're like, why is the canvas blank? And we're like, because you're about to paint it, you know? And they're just like, I can't do this, and I'm not going to do this, and this sucks. And we ding them and remind them that they're doing a good job. And, you know, a big part of our job is encouraging people as they go along. And they're always like, oh, you're lying to us and all this. But it's like, we're not. We're here to encourage you, because I always felt that way about my paintings. And sometimes it's that very last step that brings it all together and make you feel like, oh, I did that. You know?
I think I gave y'all
so
the baking example. You know, because I think you were all like, I cook. So like,
I got this shit.
So like,
that's the cockiness in me, though.
It's like, I got it.
I got this shit.
It's the baking example. It's like, we've all been to weddings, birthdays, all that stuff. You see this gorgeous cakes, the edible flowers, and all that stuff. It's beautiful, but it didn't start out that way. All right, there was like a mess in the kitchen. There was some flour that was spilled. There was some broken eggs and all kinds of stuff.
My painting.
Okay.
It's a beautiful cake.
I'm just saying,
I see what you're saying.
We had a whole table of delicious pastries by the end. Is all
but mine was the best, you know. I'm saying.
Mine's caused food poisoning.
That's good. Mine had more flavor.
Ding.
Yours was a pimp. You know what? Maybe yours did have more flavor. See, that's a good way to look at it. But that's what I'm saying. They were each so different. You know what I mean?
There's different types of flavor. There's spicy. There's sweet. There's other things.
You run out of ingredients.
Whatever that was over there.
Can I get another shot?
So, you know, well, one of the things that I did notice is like when we have the canvas in front of us, like the blank canvas, it is intimidating. You know what I mean? Especially for me, I've never been like a painter or anything like that. You know, my stick figure art goes hard, but you know what I mean? That's as far as it goes. And so that blank canvas was like, I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
But the way you guys kind of just
break it down.
Just broke it down. It's like, okay, here's your big daddy, here's your little mama. You know, we're gonna put some paint on the canvas.
Yeah, I always start off all my classes and parties, and I'm like, I know your canvas is blank right now, but you've got this, and we're here to help you. So we're gonna help go through it step by step. We're gonna get that background done, and we're gonna just go take it from there. You're looking at the finished product, and you're feeling like, oh, I got to do that. And I also, you know, always like to remind people that you're not here to make that exactly. You're not here to copy that exactly. You're here to create your own version of it. So, and your version is gonna be your version, and his version is gonna be his, and mine's gonna be mine. Even if I painted the original, it's still gonna look different. Like they're just not gonna look the same.
And going back to training people, like we have formal training in graphic design. So that was like our background. It's like graphic design and marketing. And I still work in marketing, and I still do graphic design. But that was like that was our formal training, and some of that spills into fine arts, which is what's at the studio. Painting is a form of fine arts, and we'll get people that come in, or I've had people that I've trained and people that apply that are fine art trained, and they went to school for fine arts. So when they start talking about the compositions and the contrast, and they start getting really specific, I'm like, slow it down.
Like, they start using like the big artsy words.
You're like, nobody gives a fuck about that.
No,
no one knows what you're talking about.
They ain't paying tuition fees. You need to chill out. So we have to remind them, like, you got to break it down. Like describe it the way you would describe it to a kid, but not in a condescending way.
Yeah.
But like break it down step by step and get them through it, because this is not what they normally do, and that's okay. That's what you're here for, and that's
I like
what
to
we're
say you just got to talk like a regular person. You know what I mean? Like we're not here to be professors. We're here to have fun and just walk you through it. So it's just like you don't want to talk down to anybody, because we're just here to paint something. It's not that big of a deal, you know. So it's just making them feel comfortable about it.
Right.
So how many instructors do you currently have?
Right now there's 3 of us. So, and we're looking at bringing in maybe another 1, maybe 2. So
say no more.
All right,
or
so
another 3.
Or 3, yeah.
I know 3 dudes. Well,
we're gonna get
2.5.
2.5.
3 for 1 deal.
Well, 2 of them form 1. So it's 2, but you know.
2.5 guys that are
2.5 men.
Right. 2.5 men.
They're double X models. So
that's right.
That's the way to do it.
They model, they act, they
Act a fool.
Talk shit. I mean,
I didn't say what
what
kind
more
of-
do y'all want?
I didn't say that they act.
You're no longer being passive aggressive. You just straight up-
I know. Right?
Hey, she's like, I'm not at work. I don't gotta hide that shit.
I ain't on the clock.
It's like, we ain't paying none shit.
She's I'm off.
She said, you want it raw and real.
Right? I'm here.
I'm here, homeboy.
Okay.
The more I make fun of you, the more comfortable I am with you.
No, you got too comfortable, Doc.
Too much.
He said, I didn't say I wanted all.
Me and Melinda talk shit to each other when we're doing our paintings and we're trying to come up with stuff for the studio, because we'll reach artist block sometimes. We're trying to figure out what do we like. I can't get this painting to work. Like Melinda, oh my god.
Some nights we go in and we knock it out and we do such a good
So
job.
many, like all
And
the
then
penises. That was great.
Some nights we're just like, this ain't working.
Oh, penis.
So the thing Melinda was stuck on forever, and I'm sorry, I still can't help but laugh. She wanted so bad to have a really good air balloon painting for the gallery, and she did so many renditions
I thought
of
that was
these.
you.
No,
She goes,
I was the one who made it happen.
And then what
Wait,
was
how
the one
many
that
drinks
you
did you have
had?
that night?
There was something I did, but I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, we
Conveniently,
both
you
done
don't
this.
remember.
Yeah, for real.
She don't remember. There
I
was,
blocked that out. Like,
Yeah.
this is how I deal with
you
trauma.
know what
well, we
did?
kind of both do that. Like,
No, we do that.
She has like an idea for something she wants to paint, and then she does it, and she's like, I hate it, and I'm like, all right, yeah, that ain't. gonna
Yeah,
work."
no.
And then she'll do
You're like, yeah,
and
There have
then-
been times like we walk over and she's like, I don't know what's wrong with this. Come help me. And I go over and I'm like,
Yeah.
like girl.
So like we.
Hey, she's like, trash.
Why is that air balloon deflated?
Yeah, it's like if it's not gonna work for a class, it's not gonna work. So we're not gonna be like, oh yeah, it looks great. Take it home and put it on your wall. You know, it's like we're doing this for other people.
They're like,
you know?
yeah, take that home, put it in the
So-
trash.
So if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But there's been times where she'll have a specific idea and she's painted it 3 times already and it's just not working. And then she's like, I'm over it here. And then I'll do it and then we'll be like, oh, okay, that one works.
The blue
And
bonnets
then-
was one of mine. The dang blue bonnets.
Yeah, that blue bonnet. And we never did do it either. And then the hot air balloon, I think I
did the hot air
I tried
balloons.
to, yeah, it was me that was like, I
Yeah,
couldn't
you
get
was
it
struggling
down. I
for
had
like
the
a-
idea for it, but I just couldn't execute it properly. And then she took
And then
care
I
of
did it once and it's like,
But we like to just go to the studio.
But she's had moments like that too, where I can't
Yeah.
get it down, and I'm like, this ain't working, and then she takes it, and then she finishes it. I'm like, oh, we complete each other.
Yeah.
Secretly, she's like, she ain't really doing this.
I do it all.
But whatever.
I'm just saying.
All she did was just the
Honestly,
line.
there was one more line.
No, that was all me.
I
Yeah,
can't
that one
do
line will
that.
change a whole painting sometimes.
Yeah.
I guess I'll let her have the credit.
Also,
Oh,
okay.
sorry.
No,
But
no,
we do that a lot. We go to the studio and just like whenever we're closed, and we'll just bring some drinks and
Yep.
hang out and just paint and just come up with some ideas. Like Mother's Day, we
Yeah.
all just
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
get together to come up with. We
Yep.
do actually.
Yeah.
But we don't have anybody dinging the bell, so we forget to drink sometimes.
We do. Like that's
Like when we were painting dicks, we forgot
Yeah.
to drink.
Don't worry, I
But-
got you.
We were just so focused
Sing
on
less.
it.
Dicks, ding. There you go.
That was too much curve. That was curve.
Was it curving to the left?
No, the one she did didn't have enough curve. There was
It's too straight.
that mushroom wasn't mushrooming.
We were trying to do a mushroom set.
Yeah.
She's like, why does it look like a torpedo?
Yeah. It was like a rocket
It was,
ship.
yeah, it was, but
Yeah.
it was just like it
Rocket
was
ship.
way too much.
Maybe we should make a rocket ship.
It was a rocket ship.
I did a what is
That way,
The
that way
bomb
you have
pop.
the-
Yeah, I did the bomb pop popsicle.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
You should,
Yeah.
yeah.
You
do the
dirty
bomb pop.
mind.
It's hot outside.
And then you have the
Don't
two little
judge me.
gumdrops.
A bomb pop sounds great. I'm never gonna look at those fucking things the same now.
Yo, I forgot to tell you.
And I love bomb pops. That's
Did
gonna
you
fuck
did
my
you see
world
my
up.
banana one too?
That's what I was
Yes.
gonna tell you. I had a banana at the house, and I was like, oh, so yeah, I remember that
My
she had
work
to show
was
me the
memorable.
banana. For people who don't know, it's a banana penis, and I was supposed to do my shake. And I'm like, oh, I need bananas. I'm like, and I had a flashback penis. Nah, not today. Not today.
Nah, whatever. He peeled it. He's like,
He's like, you ain't going in the shake.
Bro,
why you gagging on it?
you're the only one I know who eats a banana on just whole. Just
No, it was-
feels it.
You didn't even chew it.
Like a
He's
duck.
like, how far can I get it down my throat?
Ooh, hello. Just, no, yeah, I couldn't look at the banana the same way ever. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I forgot all about the bomb pop till now, and now I'm just like,
Okay.
I mean, I still want one, but
Yeah, you do.
don't say it that way.
She's like, yeah, yeah.
That just
More
sounds
now.
so bad.
You
What?
I love
it's not
making it.
Thursday.
I love making an impact.
So I was gonna ask you guys: is there different styles of painting? Like, do
gosh.
they have different names or?
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't know. The only thing I don't even know what would you
So
call
what kind
one?
of style did we do? I guess would be the question.
Yeah.
Well, you did the Rashad style,
That's right. That's right.
and then you did the Manny style.
Yes.
and you
I did the best style. I did the best style.
Whatever, Silver Fox.
I'm just saying, you know, mine was pretty nice.
I'm pretty sure your line is dead now. So
So I've never painted before at all. Like I don't even draw
I draw.
like at all. I write like shit. So this was like,
Well,
I was impressed for
Yeah,
myself.
you did a really good job because your line was very clean. Like all your lines were very clean.
Your shading was right in the right spots
Yeah.
too.
Oh, see,
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, she said you were shady.
It'll look good next to
Shade-
Mom Pop.
Let me be shady, alright?
Can we go back?
Whatever, Slim. Anyway,
But yeah,
you
there
really
are,
think so?
but yeah, like so I guess the style of painting that we did.
the
was just
original painting,
individual.
I would say it's stylized. It's a stylized piece. Like stylized art
Yeah, because
is.
who did the line?
I did
Oh,
the original.
That's a fierce ass looking lion.
No, you know. But yeah. So that's the original style. That one I would call it stylized. Stylized art is basically art that is. It's not quite cartoonish, but it's a minimalist form of the original subject matter.
Okay.
So that lion was a lion, but lions are very
It's not like
detailed,
a
hairy. It's not like a
realistic.
photograph.
Yeah.
And then the paintings that look like photographs, those are called realism. The ones that really, really look like photographs, that's hyperrealism. The ones that are a little bit too realistic, that's just realism. Then you've got stuff like Impressionism, like Monet. Monet's Water Lilies is just one of the most famous ones.
No, Monet.
Monet's Water
Shut up,
Lilies.
Fifth Block.
Monet's Water Lilies. And,
Monet.
Oh, she nasty. Oh, my bad. She nasty. I'm listening.
Monet and Van Gogh. And then a lot of people talk about Picasso. Picasso, his style is Cubism, and he's the father of Cubism. But
I didn't know
so
that shit.
a lot of people talk about Picasso, and they're like, I think I might have heard. I don't know if it was y'all's class, but it was recent. Somebody was like, I don't even understand his work. I don't even get it. But the funny thing about Picasso is Picasso didn't start out that way. Picasso was actually a fine arts artist, and not just fine arts, but he was actually a realism artist. So Picasso originally painted and drew live models in realism form, like sketching charcoal, like it looked real. The shading, the curves and everything was perfect, on point, looked like it was printed out of a computer. Like that was his style. And he slowly moved to the Cubism world, just changing up the style because he was tired of doing that.
He got bored.
Well, not really. He was like doing a lot of things with his models. He was also like one of the biggest. He was one of the biggest man whores of the art world.
So Picasso was a badass.
Oh, Picasso was.
So he was a council show.
Well, it's funny because like,
Fucking
some
Picasso.
of my artist friends that are like actually into art history, it's funny because like the biggest comparison that we hear customers say 90% of the times they're like, I feel like Picasso, and I'm like, don't insult yourself like that. Yeah.
Don't be a whore. No, I am a Picasso.
So Picasso was.
I mean, I was at one point.
I mean, but probably with of age people.
Were they though?
I don't know. It was back in the day, so you don't know. But
what's of age?
he was very married, and there's multiple books out there about his mistresses and mistresses.
Oh, so he was a whore.
Oh yeah, he was a whore, and there was like,
all right.
and
Picasso.
a lot of his mistresses wrote books about because they had full on relationships with them, and a lot of his
Picasso, you little freak.
wrote books about him to make money off of it.
Oh,
So
shit.
he has a very deep history.
No, he was very deep in a lot of things. Deep in that.
I mean, if they don't write a book about you, you got
Deep as a bomb,
Yeah,
huh?
right?
There's like a docu-series, I can't remember what it's called, but I think Antonio Banderas plays Picasso, and it goes way back to like whenever he's like a kid and his interest in art, and he goes to like these fine art schools and all that stuff, and it's very interesting. And
He was
well
very
done
privileged
docu-
compared to some other artists.
Yeah,
Because it's
he
just
was.
like another
He's
thing.
born rich,
A
huh?
lot of people talk about Van Gogh. So Van Gogh, he's
He's
one
the
who
dude
did-
that cut off his
He
ear,
did
right?
cut off his
Oh,
ear.
it wasn't his penis?
No.
No, it was his ear, bro.
Oh.
What?
I forgot. I thought there was an artist that cut off his penis. My bad. Learn about?
Yeah. I was like, that's,
No.
Only fans that you watch.
yeah.
Oh.
He didn't cut it off.
Yeah.
She cut it off.
See?
Oh yeah.
News.
Fake news.
It's not how that goes.
He's another one that Van Gogh's another one. He painted Starry Night. Everybody knows Starry Night. Little kids know Starry
Yeah.
Night. My shoes are Starry Night. Like, I mean, so.
Oh, is that the one with the?
Where the person
Swap.
streaming.
Stars.
And
Okay.
we have a
So-
version of that at the studio, and people love to paint it. We
A
have
lot of
a
people paint that
downtown
one.
Dallas version that has
Yeah.
like the
Dallas
Ferris wheel
skyline in front of
and
it.
the Dallas
Oh.
skyline,
Fair
but
Park in
done
front of it.
in the Starry Night.
You do it next time because you got to come back. That's why.
But no, we're doing the new ones.
No, we're teaching the class.
We're doing
Remember?
teaching, and we're doing the new one, right?
And we're being the nude models. They got to paint all three of us together.
Wait, are we,
No,
all,
yeah.
are we all going to be nude together?
Yeah.
Why not?
I mean,
Y'all
it
said
wouldn't
you
be
done it before, so.
I mean,
Yeah, you're right.
It
So
wouldn't be the first time,
Hey,
but
it's kind of weird how you remember that, though.
You know,
Exactly.
it's stuck in there like that.
They're
bonfire.
gonna recreate our Star Wars painting that has the lightsabers that are crossing each other.
She already has ideas.
they're not big enough to cross each other. They're not big enough to cross each other.
Sorry, they're not. It's not. I'm sorry. Mine's is like a mini knife. It's just.
Why is there a black
The melted
lightsaber?
It's just the stick lip.
I'm an island boy. I'm just trying to make.
There's more balls than dicks.
I'm an island boy. I'm just trying.
I want to do the Star Wars, but
But I don't think we do that.
Why, bro? I'm down.
You know, we got that fluorescent paint too. You can make it glow.
Bro, I'm down. How else are they going to see me on campus, bro?
we'll get back to you guys.
And sip.
I'm an island boy. I'm just.
Oh my God. Well, where can people find your shop? Like, if people.
We are located in Bedford, so we're right off of Central and 183. For those who aren't familiar with the area, so Bedford's right in the middle of Dallas-Fort Worth, so we're literally like smack dab in the middle. So we get a lot of groups that come to us because we are in the middle. So they have people in Dallas, have people in Fort Worth. We're a central meeting point for everybody. So we're about 20, 25 minutes away from either place. So right in the middle of everything here. We're located right next to Boomer Jacks. And if you do try to come find us, we are a little tucked away. We do have signs and stuff that are out there, but just look for the Boomer Jacks patio, and we're
Behind the Boomer Jacks patio.
behind the Boomer Jacks patio, just
I
down that
couldn't
little
find
sidewalk.
It. Yeah. My first went out there, I couldn't find it. I found your bus.
You know, and we get people that call and like, well, I see your bus, but I can't find you. It's like, well, you gotta go. We're on the other side.
That's
You're on the other
another.
side, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
another great thing to mention. If you're using Apple Maps, for whatever reason, Apple Maps like to take you on the other side of our
yeah.
building.
It takes you to urban air. Like it tells you to
Yeah.
keep going and turn into urban air parking lot. But once you do that, you can't get back to us unless you go all the way around the shopping center.
That's what we did. We
So-
went all the way
Yeah.
around the shopping
Yeah.
center.
And-
So we
we
try to
have
tell
it-
people like plug in Boomer Jacks web or address because it's the easiest way to get to us. Otherwise, Apple will take
and
you all the way
We
around.
have it on our website. Like if you go to our website for our location, we try to put that everywhere we can for location. And even if you like book a class, or whatever, you get your reminder. It tells you to look for Boomer Jacks. And if you have an iPhone, don't go to urban air. Turn in
Yeah.
before you get there.
So remember, great date night idea. Go to Boomer Jacks, start drinking,
Yeah.
then go paint,
We get a
and
lot of people
continue
that
drinking.
do that, or
Yeah.
like if they're having a party or group of friends meeting up, they'll pregame right there, or they'll go there afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah. So they'll start with us, and then they'll go over there. Yep. And then the ice house is right there too, and they have live bands until midnight, or I think they're open till 2 a.m. over at Ice House. Boomer Jacks closes at noon, but a lot of our parties, like they're there with us and they're ready to keep the party going, so they'll just go over to either Boomer Jacks or Ice House. And
But what I like about it is it's like it's got a little bit of something for everybody in that shopping strip, because then you get the couples that are just kind of really chill and they don't want to go to a loud place, so they'll go next door to a sushi place, just have a nice dinner over there. Or
Or
there's
we got Lupus.
coffee across the parking lot too. They
Yeah,
go
we
grab
got
some
it's
coffee.
a great little
Yeah, Lupus, the Lupus restaurant.
The Loopy's right there.
Lupus right here.
Lupus, great. Yeah.
maybe they'll give you a discount.
I am great.
Yeah. They've got but it's a great little Mexican spot over there, and they have really good margaritas over there too. So.
So can people, let's say they didn't make an appointment, they're like, hey, can we come in and paint without an appointment?
Did they walk in?
We used to.
It's harder to do now because we have limited our classes so much that our classes do sell out. So we have people that show up, and then we just don't have room for them.
Yeah.
Or, we also schedule instructors depending on the sizes of the classes.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
if we only have, less than 10 people there, I might only have one instructor scheduled to work. And then if you show up with 4 more people, because we do the open paint, that one instructor is not going to be able to help
Yeah.
that many people efficiently enough. You know what I mean? So once it gets over a certain amount, then I like to have a second instructor there so everybody can kind of have the attention that they need.
That happened a couple weekends ago with our other instructor, Ray. She's also amazing.
Yes.
And she was up front. And
Hi, Ray.
Hi. She's to come back for the next one.
Yeah.
But
she's actually working tonight. So
yeah,
she's not here with
yeah.
us, but
She's
She's
holding
the one
it
that
down
got
the
stuck.
studio.
she's holding it down.
Yeah.
Yep.
But she already had quite a few people up front, and then I was in the back room doing a private party, and I was up front trying to help her get people checked in and checked my class in. We're trying to just get things going, and these ladies walk in. I ask for their name. I don't see it, and they're just like, they realize I'm looking for their name. They're like, oh no, we're just walking in. It was like 5 of them, and I was like,
I mean, we hate to turn that away, but
yeah.
you know, I don't want you to. I don't want to say, oh yeah, y'all come on in and have you pay for it, but then we can't
give you the
that attention that you need.
Yeah, you don't want to
Yeah.
hurt the other customers.
Yeah, so we do
Yeah.
ask that people sign up ahead of time just so that we can make sure we have enough staff there to handle everybody. And
The good thing about that particular group is they came in, they tried to walk in for like a 4 o'clock class. So they ended up coming back for the 7 o'clock class. So they were
'Cause we
just
had room
like,
in there.
yeah, we had room at the 7 o'clock. So I was like, if you pay now, you can reserve your seat. So that way we don't get sold out again. So they just went and pregame and had drinks and dinner and stuff and then came back. So it ended up working out for them.
So what's your average like class size? I guess
It varies. You know, classes can be so weird. Sometimes it's
Yeah.
funny because it's like we can have a Friday night that maybe is a little bit chill, a little slow, and then we've had like a random Thursday night that's sold out and it's busy and like all 3 of us are there and we're running. You know, it's really hard to say. It ebbs and flows, and especially now with the pandemic and everything just kind of just went up and down. It's really hard to gauge and a hard
Yeah.
question to answer, you know.
it's hard to schedule because, you know, we have our set schedule of classes, and then, you know, of course the parties we know ahead of time usually, but you just never know what's going to happen. People don't tend to book it until the last minute. Like, you know, everybody's scared to commit to anything, so it's like it's hard for them to go in and say, we definitely want to go on this Friday night, unless it's like a birthday or special occasion or something.
Yeah.
But it's like, even with the parties too, I either have everybody trying to book the same night for a private party, or nobody wants to book the night. You know, it's like either everybody wants to come paint and we're completely sold out and turning people away, or it's slow and we got a handful of people. You know, you just never know. It's very much a entertainment kind of thing. So.
And then we have our holidays that, like, I always say that I call Mother's Day and Valentine's Day our Super Bowls because we're just busy all those weeks. And we tell people, sign up early.
Yeah.
Sign up early because, like, there's some times where it's just like there are certain classes that'll just sell out really quick. Always like the Saturday classes, stuff like that, when everybody's off, sell out really quick. And then there's some classes where it looks like it's gonna be really, really slow. Like, I guess we just have a small handful of people, and next thing you know, the night before everybody's booking, and it's always like
Mother's Day.
It's always the guys that are booking last minute plans.
Yeah.
They're like, oh crap, tomorrow's Mother's Day.
Yeah, when it's Mother's Day.
What can I do? Loaded brushes. We're going here.
I feel like every Mother's Day I start getting stressed out because I'm like, oh, we add extra classes. You know, when we come up with these special classes, we
create
like
brand new art every
brand new
year for
art
it.
for Valentine's and Mother's Day, and then we'll have like couples canvases that go together, and then for Mother's Day we'll do like family ones,
canvases.
you know, so you can add multiples, so mom can take home all of them together. And so we do all the special stuff, and then it comes down, we're getting down to the week of, and it's like, man, we hardly have any bookings for these classes. Like, what's going on? And then all of a sudden, a couple of days, or the day before, the night before, then I wake up the next day and everything's sold out. And it's just because it's the husbands and the kids planning it, so they do it at the last minute. So
Hey, not for Father's Day though. I'll tell you that.
Hey, yo, Father's Day when we were there was pretty empty.
yeah.
Is it Father's Day is a little different.
Father's Day
for
is
Father's
not
Day,
our Super Bowl.
For Father's Day, it's the weeks leading up to Father's Day.
Yeah.
It's always the moms bringing in the kids to make a special surprise for dad.
Yeah.
Which is really cute. Like, it's just like they come in and they make like a custom painting for dad. Because we have a lot of paintings that are just different, like just different genres and varieties of styles, and we have like a lot of sports themed one too. So we'll have, like, if you look online, you'll see one that looks like a basketball jersey, but even though it's
the dark one, the dark one.
so there's that one,
Yeah.
but you can change the colors, you can change the number, you can change
any
the name,
football
you
ones,
can customize
any
it.
sports ones we have, you can change up the colors to your team.
Yeah.
So it can represent whatever team you want.
How many times have you heard, that's not even my dad?
What?
No, you never heard that?
Thankfully, no.
Ah, okay.
Tapping into some dark memories here, sir. This ain't that kind of podcast.
We're gonna do this for your dad, but that's not even my dad. You're just like,
They made you do that? Oh, we're
Thank you, thank you.
Get that question.
You need to chug that one after that.
I'm an island boy. I'm just.
So usually Valentine's Day is pretty
So
pretty
busy.
stacked. What about Side Chicks Day?
Yeah.
Yep.
The day after Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
Side Chicks Day is pretty.
You know what? So
Have you ever seen the guy come in twice with two different girls?
So
Oh!
not quite.
We got another bell.
So,
we got another bell.
So one fun thing. One fun thing. Maybe not.
we're not
quite-
telling on nobody though.
No, but we did have
Allegedly.
One
Allegedly.
of the fun things, we had this girl that contacted us ahead of time because she was meeting a Tinder date. She had never met the guy before, and she wanted to meet somewhere public. But she also wanted to let us know just so we could kind of keep an eye, you know. And
Yeah,
we
you're
were
like, hey, just in case he's a creep.
yeah, and we were like, we're there for that. We're women, we get it.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah. So she came in and she brought this dude, and they giggled, they talked, they laughed, whatever, and it seemed like it went well. And then she came back like a week or two later with a different guy.
Oh.
And then the next week with a different guy.
Yeah.
I found out later, she talked to me and she said that she had just gone through a divorce, so she was just like kind of.
She was trying them out.
Yeah, I'm like, girl, you do you, but it was funny because like we were like her meetup spot. It was the first time she'd meet a guy, she'd take him there, and she'd come in and it's just like, hey, how are you doing? Have you ever been here before? Like we just kind of like played we played along with
You're
her.
like, oh, girl.
Let's see.
Look, it's like we didn't know.
You're really trying the field, huh?
You really missed the field.
We're pretty open though.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had thruples come in. Like,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and they're just like they're all together, and they're just like, that's one thing. That's one thing I do like about our studio is like we're not judgmental,
No.
and people come in, and we've literally had people come up and just like thank us for treating them like anybody
Normal?
else,
Normal, yeah.
and like normal. Like we've had that so much from all types of people of all walks of life. We definitely had some thruples come in and groups and stuff
And
like that.
and
They just-
usually towards the end they end up telling us, their situation or what they got going. It's like we kind of get that feeling, but we don't say nothing.
You're like, something's going on here.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then towards the end, they just feel so comfortable with us. They end up just telling us anyways, And we are very much a judgment-free zone.
Yeah.
And honestly, when we first opened, that was one thing that, like, I really wanted everybody to feel welcomed when they came in through the doors. Like, I'm here painting, having a good time. You want to come in and hang out with me? Come on,
Yeah.
Everybody's welcomed here. And I didn't think that was really that big of a deal.
Like to us, in our minds, we're like that should be normal.
Yeah.
Like treat people with humanity and treat people kind.
So see, guys, if you want to take your side chick on a date, loaded brushes. They're not gonna judge you.
Look, I don't know nothing.
You ain't gotta tell us.
They ain't snitching.
But what would happen if like you take your chick to Loaded Brushes, right, and they like it, and you take your next chick to Loaded Brushes, and they decide to come on their own, like.
But as long as they don't know each other,
They
then
don't know
it's
each
good.
other, so.
I mean.
But they're gonna be like, ooh.
You know what?
I'm gonna sit back and sit down.
So there's been times where like a couple will come in.
drink.
Oh,
All right.
there'll be times where like usually people come in. I'm really good with faces.
She is. I'm not.
They could have
I don't
come
remember
in
nobody.
a year ago, and then they walk back in. She don't know if they were there.
I was
last
like,
week.
hey, Manny.
And I was like, I'm Manny.
Oh, for sure.
But I'm really good with faces.
I look like a Rashad.
So when people come in, I'm like, oh, you've been here before, right? And then, but if there's a couple that comes in and I feel like I recognize the guy and not the girl, I don't say anything. Because
You're just
I
like,
don't
oh,
know.
hi.
Because I don't know, maybe I just don't, maybe she just looks different, maybe her hair's different or, her makeup's different, I don't really recognize her. But I just don't want to start anything. Like, and maybe I don't really recognize him, maybe just somebody else,
Be like, hey,
I can kind of see her as passive
Hey, Amy,
aggressive.
how you doing?
Yeah. Oh, hey.
You know,
Yeah, you ain't trying to start that problem.
and it's like, maybe I don't really recognize him, I just think I did. And so if I say that, I don't want her being like, oh, so who else did you bring here? And he's
What
like, I've
other
never been
bitch you
here
bring in
before.
here?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I've gotten to the point
Try
where
not to
it's
start
like
any drama with
Right.
anybody. I was like, I'm just not gonna say anything
I
if
can
I'm
kind
not
of see
100%
you. Oh, here's
sure.
your brush, man. Ain't shit. Like I was saying.
Yes, sis. Yes, sis. He was with some other bitch here.
Because I don't know their
All they
situation.
do is
I
lie.
don't know if that's if it is a guy bringing in different chicks. He might be like the other chick that's
going through a divorce.
You know, and it's
people
a
are
first
allowed
date.
to date.
Or he might just be a whore. Like,
It might be a first
maybe-
date place for them. I don't know the situation, but
Sound a little personal there.
All right. Man ain't shit.
until it comes time taking pictures.
Oh, so like
Well, never-
we're
He's like, yeah, I
we're
declined
very
that.
sure to tell people like, all right, we're gonna take some pictures
Yeah.
now. Keep in mind these pictures do go on social media. Social media is public, so if you lied about where you're supposed to be today, just let me know and I'll blur your face. But like we have had people like, don't take my
They feel like this.
yeah.
Like, you go to
They
take
hold a picture of-
Yeah, and they're trying to act like.
I've had people like after they left and they like went to their car and then they ran back in. Hey, can you delete that picture? Like, yo.
I'm like, nah.
You're like, hey, if that was me, I'd be like, why?
Yeah.
Give me the story, bro, and I'll do it.
You tell me why.
Exactly. I don't know. You don't.
What's it worth to you?
You know, everybody gonna
Did I
see this
even
shit.
hit that
How many
Right.
bucks? Jiggle, jiggle.
That's how you guys
You can convince me.
Hey, blinking. Like a penny.
It seems like you really changed my mind about posting this.
Or some Benjamins, maybe, you know.
Well, this has been such a great night, man. Having you guys on the show has been wonderful. But it has to come to an end.
We will. Let us get.
right after. But where can people reach you at? Your your address, social media.
So our website is www.getloadedbrushes.com. That getloadedbrushes.com. And then our social media, Facebook, Instagram. We're working on our YouTube page and our TikTok page, and we're at Loaded Brushes TX across all of our social media platforms. So you can follow us on all of those things. Go follow us, like us, tag us, all that good stuff. Y'all come see us. Be sure you check in. You know, we always like to see everybody's pictures too, because we go around and take pictures and videos throughout the night. But I love when our guests are there and they're taking pictures and videos and all that.
We
they
love
get
getting
posted,
tagged.
and we
We
get
like
to see
seeing
like
it.
all
Their
these
point of
different,
view.
yeah, the different perspectives and their point of view of stuff. So we love that. So we always ask people to tag us.
Yeah. You guys get tired of us, right? Because we can't. I don't know. P.O. kept sending you guys the pictures, or
Nah.
like there were so many pictures that night.
We love. Oh my god!
Yeah, no,
Do
we
you
love
know
to see
how
all
many
that.
pictures I have to send her after each class? Like because we have to post all these pictures, so we're used to like the
I had to get a
bombarding of pictures.
like an extra SD card to put in my phone just because
Really?
it was always full. Because
Yeah.
between all the instructors sending pictures and the pictures I take, my phone is just constantly
It's
full.
part of the job. It doesn't bother us.
Yeah.
And you
Like-
guys were natural on the camera, by the way. People that don't know, you guys are listening. We actually took a camera crew, and we did a little bit of promo shoots. And,
Professional.
and you're professional. I think at first you
Thank
guys were
you.
nervous, but
Yeah.
you got over it, and you guys like knocked it
My
out the
name's
blue.
Melinda. I mean, my name's I don't know.
Hey, I got that whole part where you messed up.
Probably. I think
Yeah, I got that
I
whole
was
thing.
like, I could talk all day. I know. I could talk
I'ma
all
post it
day.
after
Put a
the
camera
show.
in front of
We're
me,
gonna
and I'm
post it
like,
after
my
the
name
show.
is loaded. What?
I know. And y'all had me go first. She over here making fun of me, and then she got on there. I was like, see,
Not as easy as people think.
I'll talk mess. I don't care. I know I mess up, but I'm gonna make fun of you too.
I like that she was like, I messed up, but you can't want me. I'm like, oh.
He's like, I'm from the south side, homegirl. South
What
side.
do about it? Yeah, West Side.
What?
No, you're from the south side, remember?
No,
Which
which south?
South.
Southwest?
South, yeah.
Southwest.
Maybe, I don't know.
Southwest.
I don't know Grand Prairie. Oh. Hey, y'all gotta finish y'all's drink on this one.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming out. We had a blast. Hopefully we will see you again. Like we'll do
yeah, for
classes.
sure.
Please.
I mean, we talked about
We'd
some,
love to have
some
y'all again.
portraits and some pet portraits and parties. So
Yeah.
Cancel Brushes is happening.
y'all let me know.
It's
That'd
happening.
be awesome.
We'll make it work.
Do a little remote podcast. Bring these other gentlemen over with you
Uh-huh.
too.
Yes.
Come visit us.
And thank you guys so much for having us on.
Yeah.
No, thank
and,
you guys. You
know,
guys have been sweet.
coming out to the studio and everything was so much fun, and we definitely hope to
Yeah.
keep in touch with you guys because this has
Of
been
course. We're family.
Family.
a blast.
Family is
I
everything.
just say it like I'm saying
I
it.
can't do that.
She's like, my voice don't go that
They
way.
don't go that low.
Any last words, bro?
So, if you have a business that you would like to promote, you want us to try some shit, let us know. We would be more than happy to go to your business, record, shoot, do a promo, whatever the hell y'all want us to do. Whether it be fucking pole dancing to painting to trying some fucking food.
Horse riding.
We are down to do damn near about any fucking thing. Anything, right?
Almost anything.
I'm proud. Anything.
You know what? Let's do it.
That-
Let's do it. Any words, my brother?
Ladies, thank you so much. Monica, Melinda, thank you so much for blessing us with your presence. You guys did awesome. Thank you for the classes. They were great, fantastic. You guys in the DFW area, definitely check out Loaded Brushes. It's a great time. To the businesses that also want to come on and stuff like that, we're definitely looking for spots and doing remote stuff. Look out for canceled brushes. It's happening.
Oh
It's
yeah.
happening.
There's only one rule though. We do have one rule. In order to come to the cancel show, you gotta watch at least one episode. So people that keep asking me to want to come on the show, you gotta watch one episode.
Hey, I did my homework.
Oh, look at you!
Yeah,
see?
She understood the assignment.
I understood the assignment.
You're a real one.
I said, let me go check out these guys, make sure I want to be on
I
this show.
tried.
Yeah, you're
and
like, let me
my
make sure.
my kid walked in the room, and I had to.
tried, but
There's some language going on there, and I was like, oh.
It's okay if the kids walk in. It happens to me all the time.
So next time you go to you think about you want to take your girl on a date, you go to Loaded Brushes.
That's right.
And then if you ever want to just go up to Loaded Brushes and be like, you know what, I want them cancel show guys to do my
Make the
class.
request.
Make that
request.
motherfucking request so that way I can go up there and show you how to really paint.
Yeah, there you
How
go.
we really get down.
That's right. Thank you to my brothers Remy and Gabe on the ones and twos.
Always amazing.
We appreciate you guys. Shout out to my brothers Manny, P.O. You guys knocked out the park as always.
For sure, so doesn't.
Hit us up on. We are subscriber based, so hit us up on our cancel Cash App, $ cancel show. We appreciate your donations that you've been sending. We definitely do appreciate it.
All I want to say is, man, this has been so much fun. And please don't drink and drive, and drink responsibly. Peace.
Don't be a dick.
Well, obviously we have
play that video.
rapists
Oh, yeah, play the
in
video.
Lincoln Park.
Fuck, that was what I was gonna say. Play.
Have no need to fight tonight.